from watching them play and fucking interested in the concourse. But there are two of us who've been really extraordinary who we want to honor tonight. And one of the things we talk about is our Bell's family being a Bell and the legacy of being a Bell, just leaving it better than what you found it. And so I'm really proud tonight to have two guys who have actually won these awards that we're getting. Hayden was our 2025 Jason Hager Most Inspirational Award winner. And Tyson is our 2023 Bell of the Year. So very excited to have these guys. I'm going to turn it over to Hayden, who's going to help us give out our first award.
Hi. This award is really special as it recognizes a great teammate and competitor. It was an honor for me to receive it. Honor for me to receive it means a lot, and it's also a blessing to be part of, acknowledging the character of this year's recipient.
In any way he could, and so every year we look for a Bell who comes that, and he makes his memory get out the door.
And if you think about this young man being 18 years old, graduating from high school in the middle of June, and then getting on a plane coming up here from LA to Bellingham, with his mom and his dad dropping him off, he just came out and he was humble, and he was quiet, and he was businesslike, and he earned respect of his teammates and his coaching staff.
I think one of the things that's great about Ricky is the way he stands out is so humble and so unscathed. He watches him does everything right. He's a great teammate, very disciplined, competitive, and he really is here to do what he can to help himself get better for the team. And you can see that in a way that is really not self-serving, and that's what's so cool about the way he does.
This year's Jason Hager Most Inspirational Player Award goes to KG Hattori. Congratulations, KG. Alright, so the Bell of the Year Award is given to the player who really exemplifies what it means to be a Bell. And that's somebody who has high character on and off the field. And so being the recipient of 2023, I'm pretty honored to be able to present this award today.
It is really a character award, and it's somebody who's embodied the spirit of what we said needs to be a Bell, right? So, focus on the field, but also off the field, and caring about the community, caring about the team, and do those extra things that don't show up in the box score, right? That really is what Bell the Year Award is. I think Justin really is unique, and he really embodies, what we want out of our players, but he's also working with us on the business side as a college intern. And that's been a really unique experience. I think to see him show up in the office in the morning and then pitch at night and really be able to see both sides of it and really get invested. It's really providing, like you see player too. If you're going to be here, it's a experience. You're sure you've done that.
Charlie has a team heart, and he's not the biggest or physical person, and yet you can't tell him that. He goes out on the field every day with that battery on his shoulder and dares you to knock it off. And he's produced for us on the field, and he's also produced off the field as far as our front office goes. And he's just been a great person from day one, and we're so happy for him to receive this award.
Congratulations to our 2026 Bell of the Year Award winner, Charlie Zecker.
Big congratulations to both of our award winners. Thank you to all of our players and all of you for your support all season long.
So good evening and welcome to Joe Martin Field, home of the Bellingham Bells. We've got West Coast League action for you here on this Tuesday night, August 4th, as the Bells host the Edmonton Riverhawks for their second game of 3 here at home. Last night it was the Edmonton Riverhawks taking a victory over your Bells. The Harbor Cats scored a late ninth inning run to take the victory 5-4, giving Edmonton a win, which keeps them in the playoffs right now, tied with Kelowna, but they hold the tiebreaker. So as it stands right now, the Edmonton Riverhawks still a playoff team. In last night's game, the Riverhawks got their first run of the game against Bellingham starter during the third inning. Caden Nichols allowed the one run in the third on a pair of hits, and he exited following that inning with 4 hits and no walks allowed for his lone run. Bellingham tied the game in the bottom of the third on a bases-loaded knock by Noah Cassie. The Bells tried to score 2 runs on that same play, but the go-ahead run was thrown out at the plate, so it remained tied 1-1 after 3 innings. Ryder Dingsdale entered in relief in the 4th inning, allowing 3 runs in the inning on 3 hits and 2 walks. Matt Churchill came back with a 2-run homer in the bottom of the 4th, his 6th home run of the year. Edmonton led 4-3 heading into the 5th. Adam Jay surrendered a leadoff hit in the 5th inning, but retired his next 3 batters. And then the Bellingham Bells tied the game in the bottom of the inning on a wild pitch, allowing Bo Schinkel to score. We saw Jamison Connolly make his home debut last night, pitching in the 6th, and the right-hander had a perfect 6th and 7th innings of relief before allowing his first hit in the 8th, but pitching a scoreless inning in the 8th, meaning that he carried the 4-4 tie into the 9th inning, but he did allow 2 base runners to reach to begin the 9th inning, and the Riverhawks scored the go-ahead run on a wild pitch last night. Bo Schinkel in the bottom of the 9th inning hit a single off the Edmonton shortstop's glove with 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th inning to bring the go-ahead run to the plate. Schinkel advanced on a wild pitch to get into scoring position as the game's tying run, but Noah Cassie struck out looking on an outside fastball to end the game with the tying run at second base. Overall in the night, Churchill led the Bells with his 2-run homer, and Schinkel was the only Bell with multiple hits as he went 2 for 5 at the plate with a run scored. Bellingham had 9 hits of offense total, but fell 5-4 to the Riverhawks, and now look to even the 3-game series against the Riverhawks, a team that Bellingham has not beaten this year. They're 0-4 against Edmonton. Right now, the Riverhawks in line for a playoff spot. The West Coast League standings favoring them right now because they have the tiebreakers that they need to get into the playoffs, and the tiebreaker that matters right now is the one with the Kelowna Falcons. The Nanaimo Night Owls are right now the 3 seed behind the 2 seed Bells and 1 seed Apple Sox. Nanaimo 29 and 23 as the 3 seed. The Falcons and Riverhawks both 28 and 24. A Falcon and Edmonton win tonight would mathematically eliminate Victoria, who's 2 games back from a playoff spot. The Harbor Cats, though, just had their game tonight canceled. I mean, if you can't tell here in Bellingham, it's a bit of an orange haze here. There's smoke in the area, obviously with the fires that are going on here in August. Fire season in Washington State, and that smoke carrying over the Cascade Mountains over here to western Washington and filling our Bellingham sky. So you can only imagine what it's like in Wenatchee, where they've got a fire right next to them in Chelan, and just to the east, they've got a fire of near 150K acres, and then, of course, the devastating Spokane fires going on as well right now. So it's not a good time to be outside, and with the air quality in Wenatchee, the Harbor Cats and Apple Sox canceled their game today. Hasn't been announced whether it'll be a doubleheader tomorrow. You got to think it's got to be. Harbor Cats are 2 wins out of a playoff spot, so if they would have won tonight and then win tomorrow, they could maybe be in a playoff spot if things go their way. Either way, we're still on schedule here. Air quality fine enough in Bellingham to get the game on as planned, and the Bells will host the Harbor Cats tonight. 6:35 our first pitch, but we had the season-long awards announced here, so maybe a little bit later of a start tonight with the team still getting a little bit warm before they take the field. Your Bell of the Year was Charlie Decker, and the Jason Hager Most Inspirational Award went to KG Hattori. It was cool. They had Hayden Hollingsworth, who won the Jason Hager Award last year, hand his award to Hattori, kind of pass it off, and then you had a former Bell of the Year, Ty Saunders, who won it in 2023, give it to Charlie Decker, who won it for the Bells this year. Let's take a look at your starting lineups. We'll start things off with the visiting Edmonton Riverhawks. Their leadoff man is Jackson Fox at shortstop. It's a pretty similar lineup to what we saw last night. All the same faces except for the pitcher for the Riverhawks, and everyone on defense is exactly the same. They just shuffled around the positioning a little bit in the lineup card. We have Justin Heffler still second in the order in center field. Jason Green going to move up to the 3 spot, still the catcher. Omar Gonzalez now the cleanup man at first base, with Mitchell Minimus sliding in at the 5 spot out in right field. Easton Andrews will DH and bat 6 with Dylan Chop in the 7 spot. Aiden Munoz moves up to 8th in the order at third base. And Devin Simonton will be the second baseman in the 9th spot. Jack McIntosh is the starter for the Edmonton Riverhawks, who face the Bellingham Bells lineup. That is led off by Rashad Hayes at shortstop tonight for Bellingham. Bo Schinkel bats second behind him in center field, with Noah Cassie getting the DH spot in the 3 spot in the order. Nate Johnson will clean up at first base. Matt Churchill going to catch, batting 5th. Ramnik Kibon is in left, batting 6th, with Tyler Peschke at third base behind him. KG Hattori at second base, batting 8th, and then Bryce Johnson finishing off the 1 through 9 for your home Bellingham Bells. Caleb Seebeck is the starting pitcher for the Bellingham Bells out of the University of San Diego. It was a 5-4 win for the Riverhawks last night. Bells trying to even that series, although it doesn't necessarily matter for Bellingham. They already have the season. They already have the number 2 seed locked up for their overall record this season. 34-18 entering tonight. Already have the 2 seed locked up. Already are in the playoffs. We know our playoff game is going to be August 8th. At this point, we're just playing spoiler against potentially the Edmonton Riverhawks, who are in a tie against the Kelowna Falcons for the final playoff spot. But the Riverhawks have the head-to-head tiebreaker. So if those 2 teams over these next 2 days are still even, Edmonton is in. If Edmonton only wins 1 and say Kelowna wins their next 2, Edmonton is out. So the Riverhawks got to take care of business, basically controlling their own destiny from here on out. 6:35 our first pitch tonight, and we will be back with the first pitch here in Bellingham, Washington.
Have you had a fall, sprain, or break? Skip the emergency room and go straight to the experts, Proliance Pacific Rim orthopedic surgeons. With walk-in, same-day orthopedic care, you won't have to wait for the treatment you need. And to better serve our community, we've extended our walk-in clinic hours, 1 to 8 p.m. Monday through Friday and 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Saturdays. Proliance Pacific Rim orthopedic surgeons.
Need a break from everything? Escape to a place where anything is possible and the fun never stops. At Silver Reef Casino Resort, you'll discover world-class dining, championship caliber golf, a full sports book and bar, over 1,000 top-rated slots and table games, and so much more. Come join the fun and see why.
So just about ready for game 2 of 3 between the Bellingham Bells and the Edmonton Riverhawks here at Joe Martin Field. And Riverhawks, after the win yesterday, looking to take a series here as the Riverhawks are in a good position to earn a playoff spot, have some tiebreakers in their favor, and to go along with that after the win last night, they're sitting pretty in a playoff spot via a tiebreaker over the Kelowna Falcons. But Edmonton still controlling their own destiny really from here on out as they'll face the Bellingham Bells tonight, and we get a look at tonight's Bellingham starter on the mound. It's Caleb Seebeck getting the start of the University of San Diego. It'll be appearance number 5 for the right-hander for Bellingham on the summer, a .270 ERA for this tosser through 13 1/3. So far, just the 1-0 record for him in his 4 appearances that he has made, and Seebeck will get the start today against the Edmonton Riverhawks lineup. Jackson Fox doing the leading off, Justin Heffler, the center fielder behind him, Jason Green, the catcher, batting third, with Omar Gonzalez cleaning up at first, Mitchell Middlemas in right, Easton Andrews DHing, and Dylan Chop batting 7th and left, with Aiden Munoz at third batting 8th, and then Devin Simonton, the second baseman, batting 9th. Seebeck will get things started here on the bump for Bellingham, coming after a freshman year at the University of San Diego. Pitched 32 collegiate innings this year, .928 his ERA in 3 starts, and 17 bullpen appearances. Riverhawks entering this game 28-24, tied for 4th in the North. The Bells 34-18. They are second in the North with that number 2 seed locked up for the postseason. And now Jackson Fox will come to the plate for the Edmonton Riverhawks to get us started here on this Tuesday in Bellingham. A little bit of a late start here today. Had the Bells season-long awards announced before first pitch, so just a little bit behind schedule. Is ready to get things started here in Bellingham as the Riverhawks come to town for their second game of 3. Bellingham 0-4 against Edmonton on the year. They'll try and snap that tonight. It all starts here with pitch number 1 from Seebeck. Off the inside of the bat and flared into the infield. Hayes isn't going to be able to get it, and it's a bloop leadoff single for Jackson Fox to get the game started. Sounded like it even maybe broke his bat. Just a smooth 56 miles an hour off of Fox's bat for the leadoff single on just 1 pitch. So a bit of unlucky play there for Bellingham starter Seebeck, who will now pitch with a man at first just like that, and Justin Heffler will follow. Heffler last night 2 for 5 with a run driven in. Outside strike given to Seebeck on a 92-mile-an-hour fastball from the starting right-hander, wearing the number 36 on his back as he's up on the hill wearing the Bells baby blue uniforms tonight. Riverhawks in their same navy uniforms with the blue, light blue numbering and the gray bottoms saw last night. Foul ball from Heffler has him down 0-2 on his first at-bat against Seebeck of the night. Bellingham's starter making his 5th appearance of the summer. So far the results have been pretty good for Seebeck. Try and continue that here at this home game. Although the win or loss doesn't affect Bellingham's playoff outcomes, the Riverhawks certainly have lots to play for. Currently sitting in the 4th seed of the playoffs, the last team in. Runner started to go on the 0-2, but Heffler swings through strike 3 to make it a strikeout in the first inning for Seebeck. This will be Seebeck's 3rd start of the year of his 5 appearances. So far, half of his appearances have been starts. His most recent time pitching against the Marion Berries, 3 innings here in the win, as he came out of the bullpen in that game following Parker Warner, the starter, who went 4 innings. Last time Seebeck started a game was on the road facing the Wenatchee Apple Sox as Green hits this on the ground into right field for a single. Fox will hold up at second as Bryce Johnson throws it back into the infield, but a pair of hits for the Riverhawks to put 2 runners on with 1 out in the first. Seebeck's last start came on the road against the Kamloops North Paws on July 17th. Went 3 innings, allowing 5 hits and 2 walks for 4 runs, 3 of them earned. The last 2 times have been long relief outings against Marion, the 3 innings mentioned, and a 4 1/3 pitched against Wenatchee scoreless. Although the Bells went on to lose that game. This grounder to Nate Johnson can't be picked, but will be grabbed by the first baseman. So not a double play chance, but instead just an unassisted putout. It's not going to be an error because he can't assume the double play, but you got to think if Johnson makes that play cleanly on the first hop, a chance for an inning-ending double play, but instead, just 2 outs for Mitchell Middlemiss, who's trying to rebound after last night's struggle at the plate, going 0-5 with 3 strikeouts. During his at-bats, left 2 runners on base. Right now, 2 runners on base for the Riverhawks in the first inning. First pitch from Seabeck into the starting right fielder tonight for Edmonton is ball 1 as it goes inside from the right-hander, Seabeck. After the ground out, Fox moved up to third base, so he's 90 feet away from scoring Edmonton's first run of the game here in the first inning of our Tuesday night matchup. Seabeck will reset off the rubber after missing on ball 1. The right-hander on the mound for Bellingham deals from the first base side as he comes set in the stretch. Here's his 1-0. Swing and a miss from Middlemiss, behind 93 from Seabeck for strike 1. One ball and 1 strike on Seabeck. Runners at second and third for the visitors. Top half of the first inning, and Middlemiss another swing and a miss. Missed on the 93-mile-an-hour heater from Seabeck, who maybe goes back to that pitch to put him away, or with only 1 ball looks to expand the zone and get a chase for a swing and miss. Here's the 1-2 from Seabeck. Middlemiss lines it out to center field, but Bo Schinkel will be there to keep those 2 runners from scoring in the first. And Seabeck works around the traffic for a scoreless inning, and we head to the bottom of 1 with Bellingham coming up to bat.
Have you had a fall, sprain, or break? Skip the emergency room and go straight to the experts, Proliance Pacific Rim orthopedic surgeons. With walk-in, same-day orthopedic care, you won't have to wait for the treatment you need. And to better serve our community, we've extended our walk-in clinic hours, 1 to 8 p.m. Monday through Friday and 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Saturdays. Proliance Pacific Rim orthopedic surgeons.
Bottom of the first inning here in Bellingham, Washington, as the Riverhawks come to town, and now your Bells get to bat for the first time tonight. Rashad Hayes will lead things off for Bellingham as the starting shortstop tonight. Bo Schinkel to follow him in this inning. Just made that play in center field, and then we'll see the DH Noah Cassie, who was the last batter up for Bellingham in the bottom of the 9th inning last night. A strikeout against him, finishing off a 5-4 win for the Riverhawks yesterday. Nate Johnson, the cleanup man at first base. Matt Churchill catching behind him after his 2-run homer last night. Dominic Keebon bats in the 6th spot in left field with Tyler Peschke at third following him. KG Hattori, the Jason Hager Most Inspirational Award winner, at second base in the 8th spot. And Bryce Johnson to finish off Bellingham's 1 through 9 as they will face off against the starter for the Riverhawks. It is Jack McIntosh. So we saw Jack Becker go last night, but this time it's going to be McIntosh getting the start for the Edmonton Riverhawks, and he'll enter here in his 6th appearance of the season. Right now an 0-1 record for him through 13 innings. The ERA resting at an even 9. Biggest thing for him, the 11 walks to just 6 strikeouts, and the whip above 2.3. So a lot of base runners so far on the season against McIntosh through 5 appearances as a Riverhawk. The right-hander wearing the number 15 will begin the bottom of the first against Rashad Hayes. Hayes batting after going 1 of 5 last night in the leadoff spot. Lone hit was a single. And against McIntosh, the first pitch home to him is in at the hands. 90-mile-an-hour fastball from the starting right-hander. Good for ball 1. McIntosh out of Cloud County Community College. On a 1-0 into Hayes. Lays off the pitch wide for ball 2. Riverhawks scored first last night, scoring their first run of the game in the third. Bells tied it in the bottom of the third. Riverhawks ended a 3-run fourth to take a 4-1 lead, but Matt Churchill's 2-run homer in the bottom of the fourth made it 4-3. Bells tied it at 4 in the bottom of the fifth with 1 run, and then neither team scored until the 9th inning when Edmonton took the 5-4 lead that became final for their win in the first game of the 3-game series last night. Two and one, a foul tip from Hayes is strike 2 on the leadoff shortstop. McIntosh trying to retire his first batter faced here in the first inning of our Tuesday night matchup. Right-hander in an even 2-2 count against Bellingham's leadoff. Hayes has himself a full count. So the start that you drop for your leadoff man, work into a full count. Now go to work, have the action happen as Hayes will try and reach base ahead of the on-deck man, Bo Schinkel. 3-2 count. McIntosh the pitch. Hayes bounces it left side. Tough play for the charging third baseman Munoz. Catches it on a hop. His throw in time to Gonzalez as Munoz makes a tough play look easy there from third and put away Hayes for the first out in the bottom of the first inning. Center fielder Bo Schinkel will bat next out of Gonzaga. 1 out down for the lefty swinger here who picked up 2 hits last night. The only Bell with multiple hits as Bellingham totaled 9 as a team. Schinkel was 2 for 5 with a run scored. The outfielder having himself a quality finish to the 2026 season. Was with the Bells during the month of June, and then they're going away for a couple of weeks with an injury, came back, and sure thankful that he did decide to come back. Batting .329 for Bellingham in 22 games. The majority of those coming since he returned, as only few games played early in June were during the road trip against Springfield, and just a handful of games when the Bells returned home before we lost him. And now he's been back as a constant part of the top third of the order, providing speed and contact as this ground ball is hit to Jackson Fox. The Riverhawks shortstop makes it 2 up, 2 down on a rocket of a throw for the second out. Noah Cassie 1 for 4 in last night's contest. Drove in a run and walked once. His RBI single in the third gave Bellingham their first run of the game. Bases empty for the leadoff DH tonight out of Texas A&M Corpus Christi. First pitch, a outside strike against Cassie. Deja vu of how last night ended with a ball that was outside not getting called to the Bells' favor, but instead to the pitcher of the Riverhawks. Bouncing ball to the left side of the infield. Munoz charging again from third, and it's a 1-2-3 first inning. Into the second, scoreless here in Bellingham early.
Need a break from everything? Escape to a place where anything is possible and the fun never stops. At Silver Reef Casino Resort, you'll discover world-class dining, championship caliber golf, a full sports book and bar, over 1,000 top-rated slots and table games, and so much more. Come join the fun and see why we've been consistently rated one of the region's top destinations. Visit silverreefcasino.com to book your stay and discover all the exciting events and promotions we have in store for you. Silver Reef Casino Resort, located off I-5, exit 260.
At Judd & Black, great value comes with expert assistance. We're your hometown appliance store where you can expect top-notch service and a wide selection of quality brands.
When you walk into a Judd & Black showroom, you can expect to see a very friendly face that's ready to help and figure out what you need.
Enjoy a shopping experience big box stores can't offer. Talk to an appliance expert at your hometown appliance store for over 85 years. Judd and Black.
Second inning here at Joe Martin Field. Scoreless first inning for both sides as the Edmonton Riverhawks come back up to the plate, facing Caleb Seebeck, who did allow 2 hits in the first inning, but left that traffic on the base paths for the Riverhawks. And now in the second, it'll be the 6, 7, and 8 hitters for Edmonton. Coming up, Easton Andrews will lead it off as the designated hitter. Last night in the DH spot, 0 of 3 with 1 run scored and a walk. So lefty hitter Andrews will get things started here on our Tuesday night. It's a popular night here in Bellingham with the Bells promotion featuring half-off tickets on Tuesday nights, and looking like it very well could be the last Tuesday of the season we have here at home. A potential chance to host the North Divisional Championship game here, should the Bells advance out of the first round. The Apple Sox not, as that is hit out to left field for Andrews for leadoff single into left field. So Andrews with the leadoff hit in the second, bringing up Dylan Chop. Chop, the left fielder for the Riverhawks, was 1 for 3 in last night's game. Struck out once at the plate. First pitch hit well out to right field and into the range of Bryce Johnson on the ground. And it's back-to-back singles to start off the second for the Riverhawks, who so far have been seeing Caleb Seebeck well in the start. Seebeck entered this pitching appearance for Bellingham, allowing 10 hits so far in 13 1/3 innings. Batters hit .325 against Seebeck during his freshman campaign at the University of San Diego this year. Across the 32 innings, he pitched in 3 starts and 7 bullpen outings. The right-hander will take a deep breath with runners at first and second, and before the bunt, Seebeck will throw back to second base where Andrews is at safely. We've seen the Riverhawks go with their small ball approach already in the series. Worked for them last night once. Why not do it here with Munoz at the plate? Get these 2 runners into scoring position as the Riverhawks look to take the early lead. Seebeck misses the fastball high. Munoz last night had a productive pair of walks, scoring 2 runs when he reached both times. Also stole 1 base. That, a perfect bunt laid in front of home plate. Churchill calls it off. Low throw to Hattori covering first. In time to retire Munoz on the sacrifice. Devin Simonton is a future teammate of Caleb Seebeck, headed to the University of San Diego. Him and Justin Heffler will both join Seebeck with the University of San Diego for the next year, and Seebeck has himself with 1 out in the second inning, 2 up into scoring position for the Riverhawks here. Andrews at third with Chop at second. 1 out for Simonton, who's the bottom of the order hitter tonight for Edmonton. First pitch, a grounder. Peschke at third fields it, checks the runner back, and throws to Nate Johnson for a crucial second out in the inning. Matt Churchill's running out onto the mound to talk with Seebeck about something. Bellingham's catcher tonight has some words, and Churchill will head behind the dish as the leadoff man comes up for the second time through the order already for the Riverhawks, coming in the top of the second. Remember, Jackson Fox last night, 2 RBI on his 3 hits. He had 3 of the 10 hits for Edmonton in last night's win for the Riverhawks, a 5-4 victory. 2 runners already left on base in scoring position in the first inning for Edmonton. Now here in the second with 2 outs, it's the same thing. Runners at second and third, and Just a matter of whether or not Caleb Seebeck can strand those runners once again against the dangerous hitter Jackson Fox. Fox batting .303 in game number 30 he enters for the Riverhawks. Good pick from Matt Churchill to keep that from being a wild pitch. Fox already hit in the game, the leadoff bloop single on the inside of his bat. Now he tries to add to his 17 RBI this season with Edmonton. 2-0 the count on him with 2 down. Pitch inside, called for a strike at 92 from Seebeck. Fox swings and misses at the 2-1. Bring it to an even count. Two. Fox fouls it away. So still 2 balls and 2 strikes on Fox following the foul ball. 2 runners on for the Riverhawks in the second. Seebeck's pitch home to Fox is swung on and missed. And Caleb Seebeck strikes out Fox to strand 2 runners once again in back-to-back frames. He's escaped the traffic, still no damage. Into the bottom of the second. Bells will try and get him some runs.
What's up, Bells fans? Dr. Amar here from Everstrong Therapy, the sports and performance physical therapists and rehab professionals right here in Bellingham. We are so proud to continue being the official training and rehab partner of the Bellingham Bells, making sure our boys are safe and moving their best throughout the season. So remember, when you're ready to rehab like a professional athlete, come see us at Everstrong and we'll see you soon. Thanks so much, stay Everstrong, and go Bells.
Bummer. This never happens at a convenient time, does it? It's always while you're hustling to meet a deadline or trying to enjoy the game. If only there were a way to outsource this and get back to what you were doing. Well, as a matter of fact, there is. Team Technology is local and employee-owned, balancing ease of access with security and compliance for the cloud and on-premise systems of small and large businesses alike. Connect with Team Technology and see how technology is easier with a team.
When pain or injury slows you down, Peace Health Orthopedics, Sports Medicine, Foot and Ankle, and Trauma Services are here to help. Our experienced orthopedic team cares for bones, joints, and muscles, offering personalized treatment and same-day appointments. From everyday aches to unexpected injuries and joint replacement, Peace Health helps you move better, feel stronger, and get back to your life. Learn more about Peace Health Orthopedics at peacehealth.org. That's peacehealth.org. Into the bottom of the second inning here on this Orange Tuesday. Smoke has affected all of the Pacific Northwest here with a ton of local fires going on here in this August. We had the Wenatchee Apple Sox game canceled today. The air quality index out in Wenatchee, 181 on the AQI scale. That's a very unhealthy level, which resulted in the Apple Sox canceling their game tonight against the Victoria Harbor Cats. We'll see if they have a doubleheader tomorrow to finish off their season. Nate Johnson going to lead off for Bellingham in this bottom of the second. Scoreless between the Riverhawks and Bells. Anything above 150 on the air quality index scale is considered unhealthy, and that's when things like games, outdoor games, get to be affected. Right now, Bellingham resting at a 78, so it's poor air quality, but not high enough to even reach into the hundreds where it's affecting sensitive groups, and it's still probably uncomfortable to play in either way, even with it just being a bit of a lower one. You can still feel the smoke when you're out in if you stayed inside all day and came out for the first time, you would feel the smoke when you come out here in Bellingham, but it's not enough to get our game canceled here in Bellingham. So on we play, and scoreless right now between the Riverhawks and Bells in the bottom of the second. Nate Johnson doing the batting here as the leadoff man, with Bellingham's heart of the order up here against the starter Jack McIntosh, who had a 1-2-3 first. Nate Johnson, after a pair of foul balls, taking that pitch low, so 1-2 the count on the Bells' first baseman. Swing and a miss from Johnson. Strike 3, and he goes down on a strikeout in the second inning. So Nate Johnson down on the strikeout, bringing up last night's Terry Stash State Farm Player of the Game, Matt Churchill. Bell's catcher tonight hit a 2-run homer last night. He'll try and tag Jack McIntosh for the first base runner for Bellingham against the starter. First pitch, he takes a high strike, 90 miles an hour from McIntosh. After that pitch, low and away. Now the 1-1 fouled away from Churchill. All in 2 strikes on the catcher with 1 out. McIntosh set for the 1-out delivery after the foul ball from Churchill. The 1-2. Churchill swats it out to right center field and down into the gap. Middle miss will cut off the ball, and Churchill, who was thinking about 2, will backpedal his way to first base for a 1-out single, and it's the first hit for Bellingham off of Jack McIntosh. Interested to see how the tomorrow slate of games goes for some of those teams that are being affected by the wildfire smoke locally. Although Wenatchee's AQI right now resting in the 190 mark, it's been all over the place throughout the last couple of days, and it's really relying on wind. It was over 700 in some places in Wenatchee earlier this season, or not this season, earlier today. From what I could find, the highest was a 764, which is a pretty crazy situation out there in Central Washington. Hopefully everyone that's living there is just doing all right. I can't believe that there's even baseball games that are supposed to go on there. Why aren't they in when could have played them, I guess, in Victoria, but that takes a little bit of rescheduling. I mean, interesting tomorrow, especially if things go the Harbor Cats' way tonight, because Victoria isn't out of a playoff spot. They're 2 games out behind Kelowna and Edmonton. Nanaimo out of reach of the Harbor Cats, but I think mathematically still Victoria could get in. It'll be interesting to see. I mean, they almost have to do a doubleheader, it feels like, to treat the Harbor Cats fairly, and especially if we get a result tonight in the West Coast League that helps out Victoria, but that'll remain to be seen. Peschke goes up the middle on a bouncing ball. The shortstop gloves it, and able to get the ball across. For a second, looked like it was bobbling, but Peschke retired for the 3rd out in a scoreless second for both teams. 0s into the 3rd.
Washington homeowners are saving thousands of dollars on their energy bill by upgrading their home. And the best part is, CNGC is giving back even more money when you switch to a more efficient alternative. So you can enjoy increased property value, a higher quality of life with better appliances, and greater comfort for your family. Scan this QR code or go to cngc.com and save money on your energy bill.
Third inning here in Bellingham on a Tuesday night. It's a scoreless start as we head into the third between the Bellingham Bells and the Edmonton Riverhawks. Riverhawks have had traffic against Bellingham starter Caleb Seebeck, but so far no runs in to show for it. 4 hits, all left on base for the visitors, and the 2, 3, and 4 hitters will come to bat for Edmonton. Seebeck so far through his first 2 innings, 4 hits, 1 strikeout, no walks, no runs of damage yet. Heffler, the center fielder, will lead things off. First pitch, oh! Breaking pitch into the head of Heffler. So the curveball hits the center fielder to lead it off. The trainer coming out from the Bellingham Bells dugout side. It's caught in the jaw a little bit. Had the little guard to protect from there, but still maybe got a piece of the baseball. Make sure nothing's broken. So he's going to go to first base, all right, after the leadoff hit by pitch. Jason Green will bat after the leadoff hit by pitch to begin our third. Seebeck tries to locate this one. And on his fastball, he misses outside to the lefty batting catcher, Green. Picked up a single in his first trip to the plate. Last night, the catcher, a pair of hits and a walk. That foul ball is his first strike. Green taking the miss low from the right-hander, Seebeck. The Niagara catcher up in a 2-1 count over Caleb Seebeck. The man at first to lead. Green swinging through strike 2. Heffler at first following the hit by pitch. 22 steals collegiately at Grossmont College for him. As a Riverhawk, he's 0 of 5 when attempting to steal, though, and pickoff throw from Seebeck sees Heffler dive back safely at first. Runner going on the 2-2. Churchill's thrown on to second, tagged by Hayes, but just late. And Heffler will have his first successful stolen base with Edmonton this summer, moving him into scoring position. 3-2 on Green. Missed outside of the catcher, so first base getting filled up following the direct steal from Heffler. That's the first walk issued from Seebeck. Comes with now 2 base runners in the third, and deja vu the last 2 frames so far for Bellingham starter. 2 base runners with no outs. Same thing that the Riverhawks did in the second, but Seebeck got the next 3 outs to get out of it scoreless. See, the Riverhawks stick to their ways. They laid down a sac bunt last time with the runners at second or first and second, but now you have your cleanup man up, and you wonder if you just let Gonzalez swing. Little move back to second base from Caleb Seebeck. Seebeck set now for his first deal against Gonzalez. Home and fouled off from the first baseman of Edmonton for strike 1. Gonzalez out of Cal State LA batting here for the Riverhawks. No outs and runners at first and second. U San Diego right-hander gets another foul ball from a SoCal guy for strike 2. No balls and 2 strikes on Gonzalez. Seebeck trying to get his first out in the third with 2 base runners reaching to begin the inning. Riverhawks trying to break the scoreless tie. Gonzalez flies it to right for Bryce Johnson. Heffler ready to tag up as Johnson makes the catch. Heffler will head into third. Hayes cuts off the throw. It's a productive flyout from Gonzalez. That moves runners onto the corners for the Riverhawks here in the third. But it's the first out, and a double play could get you out of things. The runner at first and third. Wouldn't think that the Riverhawks try and steal second base with Green. He's not attempted a steal all year. Mitchell Middlemiss, after flying out to center field, has a chance to drive in the game's first run. Runners at first and third with 1 out. A pitch low from Seebeck to begin the at-bat against Edmonton's right fielder. One and 0, deep fly ball into right center field, headed for the gap. This one carrying and gets out of the ballpark for Middlemiss. It's a 3-run homer clubbed by the right fielder to give Edmonton an early 3-0 lead. .354 feet off the bat of Middlemiss to get out of right center field. And Seebeck tagged for the homer, and it's 3-0 Riverhawks. So Seebeck allows his first home run of the summer with the Bells. And a 3-0 lead for Edmonton. The first pitch into Andrews, the designated hitter, is a foul ball for strike 1. It's a ground ball to the shortstop, Hayes. Second out gained against Andrews, and a good bounce back from Seebeck after allowing the 3-run homer. Check swing on Dylan Chop. The appeal unsuccessful, so ball one to start the at-bat against the left fielder after he picked up a hit. Blown away to Chop for 2 straight misses from Seebeck. The inning started on a hit by pitch, and the very first throw in the inning for Seebeck walked his second batter and then gives up the 3-run homer against a middle miss. A guy who provided plenty of pop for the University of British Columbia in his career there. 23 career home runs as a Thunderbird, as this one is flared to shallow right center. Bryce Johnson grabs the third out in the third, but the Riverhawks post 3 on a 3-run homer from Mitchell Middlemiss and lead it entering the bottom of the third.
Have you had a fall, sprain, or break? Skip the emergency room and go straight to the experts, Proliance Pacific Rim orthopedic surgeons. With walk-in, same-day orthopedic care, you won't have to wait for the treatment you need. And to better serve our community, we've extended our walk-in clinic hours, 1 to 8 p.m. Monday through Friday and 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Saturdays. Proliance Pacific Rim orthopedic surgeons.
Puget Sound Energy is thrilled to team up with the Bellingham Bells for Community Wednesdays this season. Every Wednesday home game at Joe Martin Field, PSC and the Bells will celebrate a featured Whatcom County nonprofit with a $2,000 donation. Come out to the ballpark to cheer on the Bells while supporting these amazing organizations that make our community stronger. Together, we're building a better Whatcom County. See you at the field. Go Bells. Into the bottom of the third, and the Edmonton Riverhawks hold a 3-0 lead over your Bells following the 3-run homer from Mitchell Middlemiss to give the visitors the early lead after their 5-4 win last night. Edmonton fighting for a playoff spot, and right now the early lead helping them get the right step toward that. The Riverhawks, if the playoffs were to end after last night's win, they'd be in, holding the tiebreaker over the Kelowna Falcons head-to-head, so Edmonton would be the 4th seed. Nanaimo sitting at the 3 seed right now, a game in front of both the Falcons and Riverhawks. Win here for Edmonton goes a long way to clinching that playoff berth, although they won't secure it entirely unless we know the result from the Kelowna Falcons. If the Riverhawks win tonight and the Falcons lose, Edmonton gets a playoff spot as KG Hattori hits this up the middle. Leadoff single for the Jason Hager Most Inspirational Award winner. Leadoff single for the second baseman, and now Bryce Johnson is up. And that's because the Riverhawks have that head-to-head tiebreaker. So if they are even and Kelowna lost tonight, means that their maximum wins would be 29, and an Edmonton win tonight would already put them at 29 wins, meaning that the Falcons couldn't overtake them. So we'll keep you updated, all you Riverhawk fans, with the score for the Kelowna Falcons. They are playing against the Port Angeles Lefties. Right now, early runs for the Falcons, 2 runs for Kelowna in, a 2-0 lead over Port Angeles so far tonight. What I did realize is that Victoria actually is already eliminated from the playoffs because they hold a head-to-head tiebreaker over the Night Owls and the Riverhawks, but they don't have the head-to-head tiebreaker over the Kelowna Falcons. So the Falcons would be the only team that has the head-to-head tiebreaker over Victoria, and Victoria's maximum wins right now are 28. That's what Kelowna and Edmonton are both already at. So even with Victoria's game being canceled tonight, it doesn't matter if they win those 2, because if they got to 28 wins, they would have the head-to-head tiebreaker only over the Kelowna Falcons, meaning that the Edmonton Riverhawks, with a win here, would either knock them out or just have the Kelowna Falcons have the tied record with the Harbor Cats, and that would already have Victoria out of it because they lose that tiebreaker. If you're trying to understand what I'm saying here, right? If Edmonton, say, didn't win a game from here on out, and neither did Kelowna, and Victoria won both of their games, it wouldn't matter because the Harbor Cats don't have the tiebreaker over both the teams that they are trailing by 2 games. It's a little complicated, but basically the Harbor Cats are already out of it. it's a 2-horse race right now left between the Kelowna Falcons and the Edmonton Riverhawks. As Bryce Johnson swings through strike 3, and McIntosh has the strikeout. It still makes for a fun close, and I hope that maybe Kelowna and Edmonton both win tonight, because then we've got something tomorrow that's really exciting in our 6:35 game here at home, hosting the Riverhawks, because there's a chance where if we beat the Riverhawks tomorrow and the Falcons win, they could be in the playoff spot. That's assuming that, say, Kelowna and Edmonton win tonight or they both lose. Basically, if they stay even. It's going to be interesting. And then the playoffs right after are going to be just as much drama. Rashad Hayes taking strike 1 on a check swing that he went around. So not taking, but swinging. Hayes into left for a base knock, and pair of hits for Bellingham here to try and answer the 3-run third. Put 2 runners on with 1 out for Bo Schinkel. Something that could also be decided through these next 2 days is the seeding between either Nanaimo and Kelowna, or in Kelowna or Edmonton. And for the Riverhawks, if they end up being the team in, they are tied on the head-to-head record with the Nanaimo Night Owls, so they would go to the second tiebreaker, which I believe is in-division record. And whoever has the better in-division record would get the 3 seed, meaning we would play them. And I'm not sure if it's Edmonton. I'm not sure if it's Nanaimo. Get that verified. Lots to be decided in the north. And even down south, second half title still in play. Walla Walla and Corvallis battling for the second half title and that 2 seed to host the opening round. Out to left on a line from Schinkel and down for another hit. Hattori will stop at third. The bases are loaded on 3 hits in the third. Bells last night, what they did good in the game was just answering some of the innings from Edmonton. There's the 3-run homer from Mitchell Middlemiss that now put runners on every single base for Noah Cassie. Cassie, the DH, was the final chance in last night's game to earn the walk-off. Struck out looking on a pitch he disagreed with on the outside, and the right-handed batter takes an up and in ball 1. Even just 1 run or 2 goes a long way early in the game. You just want to try and get some back following the 3-run top half of the frame. So Cassie will try and drive him in. Only 1 out. Anything but the inning-ending double play here for the designated hitter. Foul ball from Cassie, strike 1. Nate Johnson is the batter on deck, should it get to him with 1 out. Cassie, 29 runs batted in. Would love to see number 30 as he makes his 40th start of the year, 43rd appearance as a Bellingham Bell. That is this summer, of course. He's a 3-time Bellinghamster. Foul tip as he reaches out for strike 2. Fall behind in the count after taking the first pitch for a ball. McIntosh has got back-to-back strikes to go ahead 1 and 2. 2 strikeouts for McIntosh so far in his start. 1 in the inning, sitting down Bryce Johnson earlier. Back-to-back hits following that strikeout to put runners on every single base. They're loaded up for Bellingham, down by 3 in the bottom of the 3rd. The 1-2 from McIntosh broke away from Cassie for ball 2 into the opposite batter's box from the right-handed hitter. So 2 balls and 2 strikes on Cassie. Bases loaded up for the DH. Grounded to third in his first at-bat. This one bounced up the middle. Shortstop Fox gets it, flips it to Simonton at second. The throw wild, and it will not be the double play, but instead a run in to score. Hattori touches home on the grounder where Cassie collects an RBI, reaching on the fielder's choice. Nate Johnson batting now with 2 outs, swinging and missing at the first pitch for strike 1. So the Bells get 1 run back, but now with 2 outs, Johnson has runners on the corners if he wants to drive in any more runs. One ball and 1 strike after that miss. Johnson struck out swinging in his first at-bat. One swing would flip the scoreboard in the Bells' favor, but Johnson without a homer as a Bell this summer. Hits it hard, and that one on the ground, it's called a fair ball, gloved by the first baseman Gonzalez, and that strands 2 runners. Bells do get 1 back, but we go to the 4th, down 3-1.
Need a break from everything? Escape to a place where anything is possible and the fun never stops. At Silver Reef Casino Resort, you'll discover world-class dining, championship caliber golf, a full sports book and bar, over 1,000 top-rated slots and table games, and so much more. Come join the fun and see why we've been consistently rated one of the region's top destinations. Visit silverreefcasino.com to book your stay and discover all the exciting events and promotions we have in store for you. Silver Reef Casino Resort, located off I-5, exit 260.
At Judd & Black, great value comes with expert assistance. We're your hometown appliance store, where you can expect top-notch service and a wide selection of quality brands.
When you walk into a Judd & Black showroom, you can expect to see a very friendly face that's ready to help and figure out what you need.
Enjoy a shopping experience big box stores can't offer. Talk to an appliance expert at your hometown appliance store for over 85 years. Judd & Black.
Choose cooperative. Choose community. Bank with local industrial credit union. Proud Sunday savings sponsor of the Bellingham Bells. If you live, work, or attend school in Washington, you can join a credit union that puts people first. Local decisions, personalized service, and a real commitment to our community. Learn more at industrialcu.com. Federally insured by the NCUA. Bells make a pitching change in the 4th inning following Caleb Seebeck's 3 innings. Joffrey MacArthur will relieve him in the 4th as the 8, 9, and 1 hitters are going to come up to the plate for the Edmonton Riverhawks. So we got our first look at MacArthur. Right-handed pitcher has thrown just 1 inning so far for Bellingham. That coming during the road trip at Wenatchee and Marion over the last 6 games. MacArthur debuted with the Bells on the road. The sophomore from Cypress College will relieve Caleb Seebeck, who goes 3 innings in his start, allowing 3 runs, gave up that 3-run homer in the 3rd, surrendering 5 hits, 1 walk, 1 hit by a pitch. And Seebeck exits right now in line for a loss if the Bells should not retake or tie the game or retake a lead. 2 strikeouts for Seebeck in his start as he exits, and we get the new arm, MacArthur, out here for the bottom of the top of the 4th. Aiden Munoz led off the 9th inning of last night's game, drawing a walk and then coming in to score on a wild pitch that gave the Riverhawks their 5-4 advantage needed to take the victory. In his first at-bat tonight, he laid down a sacrifice bunt, so the lone plate appearance for him, not affecting the batting average at all. And now the lefty batter against MacArthur, taking the first strike after the first pitch from MacArthur missed. So ball 1 and strike 1 to begin the at-bat against the third baseman Munoz. Munoz out of Simpson University. Ahead in the count, 2 balls and a strike. Two and 1 fouled away from Munoz for strike 2. Third baseman in last night's game had the pair of walks. Scored 2 runs, struck out once, grounded out once. Swiped the bag. He starts the 4th against the new arm MacArthur. Soft bouncer to the left side of the infield. Peschke at 3rd ranges across in front of the shortstop Hayes to steal that play away. and get the first out in the 4th inning on a ground out. Devin Simonton, the next man to face MacArthur. Simonton grounded out to third in his first at-bat, and after the ground out to third, the batter before him, he'll bat with 1 out. In the 4th inning, a 3-1 lead for the Riverhawks. MacArthur's debut came against the Marion Berries on the 29th of July, pitching 1 inning of relief in the 7th. Entered midway through that inning, but had to get all 3 outs, relieving Jamison Connolly. MacArthur went on to allow 1 hit and 1 walk for 1 run against him. Had 1 strikeout. The lone run he allowed was on a solo home run. This is shot out to right field, but Bryce Johnson standing right where it lines to him for the 2nd out. Back to the top of the order, and Jackson Fox, who was one of Caleb Seebeck, the starter's 2 strikeouts, went down swinging in the 2nd to strand 2 runners on base. Now there'll be 2 outs for him facing MacArthur. MacArthur's first pitch, a strike in at 91 against the top of the order hitter. MacArthur, 5.2 innings of work for Cypress College this year in his sophomore season. Had a 3.18 ERA. Deals in 2 straight strikes to Fox to start the at-bat, 0-2 with 2 outs. 6 strikeouts in his 5 2/3 of work with Cypress as a sophomore. Did not pitch at all in his freshman year and redshirted back in 2024 with them. Now the right-hander ahead 0-2, comes home with 2 outs. Taken low, no chase from Fox. Ball 1 on the breaking pitch from the Bell's new right-hander. The 1-2 off the inside of Fox's bat and popped up to Nate Johnson at first. It's a 1-2-3 inning for MacArthur out the bullpen. 3-1, still the Riverhawks lead.
What's up, Bells fans? Dr. Amar here from Everstrong Therapy, the sports and performance physical therapists and rehab professionals right here in Bellingham. We are so proud to continue being the official training and rehab partner of the Bellingham Bells, making sure our boys are safe and moving their best throughout the season. So remember, when you're ready to rehab like a professional athlete, come see us at Everstrong, and we'll see you soon. Thanks so much, stay Everstrong, and go Bells.
Bummer. This never happens at a convenient time, does it? It's always while you're hustling to meet a deadline or trying to enjoy the game. If only there were a way to outsource this and get back to what you were doing. Well, as a matter of fact, there is. Team Technology is local and employee-owned, balancing ease of access with security and compliance for the cloud and on-premise systems of small and large businesses alike. Connect with Team Technology and see how technology is easier with a team.
When pain or injury slows you down, Peace Health Orthopedics, Sports Medicine, Foot and Ankle, and Trauma Services are here to help. Our experienced orthopedic team cares for bones, joints, and muscles, offering personalized treatment and same-day appointments. From everyday aches to unexpected injuries and joint replacement, Peace Health helps you move better, feel stronger, and get back to your life. Learn more about Peace Health Orthopedics at peacehealth.org. That's peacehealth.org. We travel to the bottom of the 4th inning here in Bellingham. I'm Zen Hill, and welcome to Bellingham Bells Baseball on the Bells YouTube channel. It's a 3-1 lead for the visiting Edmonton Riverhawks. Win tonight gets them a series victory, gets them a step closer to a playoff berth. Right now sitting in the 4 seed, so they're in a playoff spot, but the Kelowna Falcons neck and neck right now with the Riverhawks for that final spot in the postseason. Churchill going to lead off the bottom of the 4th for Bellingham. First pitch hits it hard, but straight to a defender, Middlemiss and right. And Churchill retired to start the inning, bottom of the inning. Dominic Keebon is next up for Bellingham. The UW left fielder popped up to the shortstop in his first at-bat. No bat with 1 out In the bottom of the fourth, Bells chasing 2 after scoring 1 run in the third. On a fielder's choice by Noah Cassie that drove in the run with the bases loaded. A failed double play try from the Riverhawks in that third. Edmonton with the 3-1 lead following their 3-run homer by Mitchell Middlemiss in the third. Keebon trying to bunt for a hit. Back to the pitcher. Underhand toss from McIntosh. Retires Keebon.
Next up for the Bells, third baseman, number 22, Tyler Peschke.
Peschke grounded out to third in his first plate appearance of the night. Here, second time through the order, batting with 2 outs in the fourth and swinging through the first pitch for strike 1 as it comes in from McIntosh. So far, 4 hits allowed for McIntosh, 3 of those coming in the 1-run third inning. He's yet to issue a walk and has 2 strikeouts. Breaking pitch, Peschke can't connect with for strike 2. Peschke headed to UCLA after his junior college season at Cerritos College in California, freshman year there. He'll be a sophomore with the Bruins. Just a couple of weeks for him. 0-2 gets out to the breaking pitch, but fouls it off. Peschke, the most games played of any Bellingham Bell, still left around. This is game number 47 of the year for him. There's only 54 games in a West Coast League summer. That's not counting the non-league games, of course. And the counting stats only count your league matchups. So 46 league matchups for Peschke this year. This is number 47. And game number 53 for Bellingham. Peschke takes the wide pitch from McIntosh for his first ball in the count. Tomorrow night is the season finale in the regular season for Bellingham. 6:35 game against Edmonton. Post-game fireworks tomorrow. Then the Bells have their playoff game on the August 8th matchup coming this Saturday. Opponent still unknown. Right now, if the playoffs were locked up following last night, it would be Nanaimo. Two to Peschke. Hit high and foul off the right side. Peschke will see another 2-2. Right now, the matchup that matters to the Edmonton fans is the Kelowna Falcons at the Port Angeles Lefties. Falcons up 2-0 over Port Angeles. So Kelowna leading in the top of the fourth inning out against the Lefties. Nanaimo Night Owls trail the Kamloops North Paws 2-1 in the bottom of the fourth. Peschke, another foul ball on a 2-2 count. Gets him another pitch coming. In the South Division, second half race between Corvallis and Walla Walla. Both of those teams losing right now. Marion up on the Sweets 5-1 in the third. Ridgefield up 5-1 as well over the Corvallis Knights, also in the third inning. Peschke even in his 2-2 count with 2 outs in the bottom of the fourth. And third baseman swings through strike 3 as McIntosh caps off a 1-2-3 fourth inning. Carry a 3-1 lead into the fifth.
Washington homeowners are saving thousands of dollars on their energy bill by upgrading their home. And the best part is, CNGC is giving back even more money when you switch to a more efficient alternative. So you can enjoy increased property value, a higher quality of life with better appliances, and greater comfort for your family. Scan this QR code or go to cngc.com and save money on your energy bill.
Puget Sound Energy is thrilled to team up with the Bellingham Bells for Community Wednesdays this season. Every Wednesday home game at Joe Martin Field PSC and the Bells will celebrate a featured Whatcom County nonprofit with a $2,000 donation. Come out to the ballpark to cheer on the Bells while supporting these amazing organizations that make our community stronger. Together, we're building a better Whatcom County. See you at the field. Go Bells. Into the top of the 5th inning, MacArthur returns to the mound for Bellingham after going 1-2-3 in his first inning of relief. He will face the 2, 3, and 4 hitters, the dangerous part of the order that got the 3 runs across for the Riverhawks back in the 3rd inning. First pitch to Heffler is ball 1. MacArthur set after forcing a ground out, line out, and fly balls. That one fouled away for strike 1. That fastball wide, called for ball 2. Three and 1, the foul ball from Heffler gets it, or 2 and 1, the foul ball gets it 2 and 2. 2 strikeouts at the plate for the Riverhawks so far in the game. One of them against Heffler when he faced the starter Seebeck. Even 2-2. Poked in play right side for Hattori, the second baseman. A high throw retires Heffler. Jason Green is next up for Edmonton. He'll bat with 1 out. Has been on base both times so far tonight, single and a walk. 3-1 lead for the visiting team. In the top of the 5th right now. Green swinging through a high pitch for strike 1. Three one from MacArthur. Now Green chases low, so north and south on the throws for MacArthur, getting him ahead 0-2 against the Green Giant. Jason Green with a run scored after he walked in the 3rd. 6'5" catcher for the Riverhawks. Takes his first ball on the at-bat. 1-2 on him. Second summer with the Riverhawks. 44 games last year. Playing all the way into the postseason, it looks like, for Edmonton as he swings and foul tips it back into Churchill's glove for a strikeout. The first for MacArthur in relief. And it's 5 straight retired since MacArthur came in relief. Gonzalez so far at the plate 0-2 as he gets his 3rd plate appearance here in the 5th. Strike 1 in from MacArthur. At a chase, 0-2. Riverhawks struggling in this 5th inning, seeing the pitches out of MacArthur's hand. They're all over the starter Seebeck for 5 hits through 3 innings, and first 5 batters that MacArthur has faced, dominating. Now out and ahead at 0-2 against Gonzalez with 2 outs in the 5th. Swing and a miss, and he loses the bat. Oh, that is Gonzalez can't even help but smile, as that is one way to strike out. Throwing the bat on top of the Riverhawks' own dugout. We're halfway through this ball game, 3-1, the Riverhawks lead.
Have you had a fall, sprain, or break? Skip the emergency room and go straight to the experts, Proliance Pacific Rim orthopedic surgeons. With walk-in, same-day orthopedic care, you won't have to wait for the treatment you need. And to better serve our community, we've extended our walk-in clinic hours, 1 to 8 p.m. Monday through Friday and 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Saturdays. Proliance Pacific Rim orthopedic surgeons.
Choose cooperative. Choose community. Bank with local industrial credit union. Proud Sunday savings sponsor of the Bellingham Bells. If you live, work, or attend school in Washington, you can join a credit union that puts people first. Local decisions, personalized service, and a real commitment to our community. Learn more at industrialcu.com. Federally insured by the NCUA. Halfway home in a 3-1 ball game with Edmonton leading your Bellingham Bells here at Joe Martin Field, and Keiji Hattori will lead off the bottom of the 5th for Bellingham. It is still the starter Jack McIntosh out there for the Riverhawks entering the 5th. He carries a 3-1 lead in the ball game. 3 outs would put him in line for a victory should the score remain with Edmonton in front the rest of the way through. Entering his 5th inning of work, McIntosh has thrown 48 pitches, 35 of them for strikes. And in the 4 innings so far, he's allowed just 1 run on 4 hits without a walk issued. Hattori out into right field, and that is going to drop on 1 hop just in front of the foul line for a leadoff single. And Hattori has started both of his at-bats with an early swing and an early hit. Last time he reached on his leadoff hit in the 3rd, the Bells went on to score him, so Bryce Johnson will try and help produce that run again as the right fielder steps up as the tying run in the bottom of the 5th. Johnson did strike out in his first at-bat. One of the 3 strikeouts that McIntosh has so far in his start. Swings at the first pitch and lofts it out to right field. This one will drop foul. Out of the reach, a middle miss. And strike 1. The 0-1 on Bryce Johnson. This one hit right side of the infield. Underhand toss to Fox. A 4-6-3 double play for the Riverhawks to wipe the bases empty.
Next up for your Bells, number 20, shortstop, Rashad.
And Rashad Hayes is up. He's 1 of 2 following that double play that wipes Hattori off the base paths. Double play could help McIntosh get through his 5th here. Put himself in line for a win as Simonton, Fox, and Gonzalez connect for the 4-6-3. Put 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th. Low and away is ball 1 into Hayes. Last night the starter Jack Becker went 4 2/3. Right now that's where Jack McIntosh is resting. That is the starter for Edmonton, of course. Bellingham starter last night, Gabe Nichols, just 3 innings, as the same tonight we saw from Caleb Seaback. Hayes swinging through strike 1. Shortstop and a 1-ball, 1-strike count. former number 10 shortstop prospect in California from Bishop O'Dowd High School. 55th best shortstop in the nation, according to Perfect Game. Number 35 in the state of California for his 2025 class. Division I shortstop looking for an expanded role heading into his sophomore season at Stanford after playing in 17 games as a true freshman. Swing and a miss from Hayes. He's down on strikes. It's a 1-2-3 fifth, aided by the double play. 3-1 lead for Edmonton entering 6.
Need a break from everything? Escape to a place where anything is possible and the fun never stops. At Silver Reef Casino Resort, you'll discover world-class dining, championship caliber golf, a full sports book and bar, over 1,000 top-rated slots and table games, and so much more. Come join the fun and see why we've been consistently rated one of the region's top destinations. Visit silverreefcasino.com to book your stay and discover all the exciting events and promotions we have in store for you. Silver Reef Casino Resort, located off I-5, exit 260.
At Judd & Black, great value comes with expert assistance. We're your hometown appliance store where you can expect top-notch service and a wide selection of quality brands.
When you walk into a Judd & Black showroom, you can expect to see a very friendly face that's ready to help and figure out what you need.
Enjoy a shopping experience big box stores can't offer. Talk to an appliance expert at your hometown appliance store for over 85 years. Judd & Black.
We enter the 6th inning at Joe Martin Field. Edmonton and the Riverhawks up 3-1 right now over the Bells after the 5-4 win for the visiting team last night. They've got the back 4 innings here to earn their 2nd straight win on the road against Bellingham and continue their dominance over the Bells. Edmonton this season is 4-0 over Bellingham. They swept the Bells up at Remax Field. 3 games there and took game 1 yesterday. And it's a bad sign for a Bellingham Bells team that maybe could end up playing against the Riverhawks in the playoffs. Edmonton has a head-to-head tiebreaker even with Nanaimo. They split their 6 games this year, so it goes to the 2nd tiebreaker, which to my knowledge is the in-division record, which would mean that you have whatever team that had a better winning percentage within the North Division would get to have the higher seed should Nanaimo and Edmonton be tied at the end of the regular season. And that would go to Edmonton, making them the 3 seed, which would have them play the Bells in the opening round. As Middlemas starts off the 6th inning with a single out to left field. Following his 3-run homer, he's on base, 107 miles an hour off of his bat, making contact there for a leadoff single in the 6th. So we could have a bit of deja vu for these Bells and Riverhawks fans who have seen each other in the playoffs over and over again. Edmonton beat Victoria in the 3-game opening round last year, but lost to the Bells in the North Divisional Championship game back in 2024, which was Edmonton's first playoff series. They lost to the Bells in the opening round across 3 games, with that series being hosted here in Bellingham back in 2024. Maybe get a little bit of deja vu from the 2024 season. Bells are set to host the opening round, meaning it would be playing Edmonton on Friday night, then have the long trip down to Bellingham to play Saturday and Sunday here at the Joe. That would, of course, require Edmonton to lose at least one of its next 2 that would require Nanaimo to lose one of its next 2 if Edmonton wants to gain ground, being 1 game back between the Night Owls and Riverhawks. And right now, Kamloops is up on Nanaimo, 2-1 in the bottom of the 5th. Kelowna up 2-0. Looks like the Falcons haven't updated their score since the bottom of the 4th, or maybe it was just a long inning. Felt like maybe it should be a little bit longer through that game by now. There's a swing and a miss, and MacArthur has his first out in the 6th, retiring Andrews on his 3rd strikeout. So the single from Middlemas was the first base runner that MacArthur had allowed in relief, retired his first 6 batters, and against batter number 8, he strikes him out to get his first out in the 6th. MacArthur having some quality relief here for Bellingham out the pen. Foul ball on Dylan Chop as his half swing is strike 1. Dropped the left fielder, 1 of 2 tonight. Single and a fly out to right. Swing and a miss, strike 2. 87-mile-an-hour pitch up and in from MacArthur. Velo a touchdown from when he first came in relief, but trying to get through his 3rd inning. 30 pitches even for MacArthur as he throws over to first, where Middle Miss is back safely. Oh, 2, bounce to the right side. Hattori to Hayes at second. Hayes to first. 4-6-3, the double play. Bellingham was tagged by it themselves. They returned the favor in the 6th. It's a scoreless inning for MacArthur. 3-1, Bells trail the Riverhawks.
What's up, Bells fans? Dr. Amar here from Everstrong Therapy, the sports and performance physical therapists and rehab professionals right here in Bellingham. We are so proud to continue being the official training and rehab partner of the Bellingham Bells, making sure our boys are safe and moving their best throughout the season. So remember, when you're ready to rehab like a professional athlete, come see us at Everstrong and we'll see you soon. Thanks so much, stay Everstrong, and go Bells.
Bummer. This never happens at a convenient time, does it? It's always while you're hustling to meet a deadline or trying to enjoy the game. If only there were a way to outsource this and get back to what you were doing. Well, as a matter of fact, there is. Team Technology is local and employee-owned, balancing ease of access with security and compliance for the cloud and on-premise systems of small and large businesses alike. Connect with Team Technology and see how technology is easier with a team.
When pain or injury slows you down, Peace Health Orthopedics, Sports Medicine, Foot and Ankle, and Trauma Services are here to help. Our experienced orthopedic team cares for bones, joints, and muscles, offering personalized treatment and same-day appointments. From everyday aches to unexpected injuries and joint replacement, Peace Health helps you move better, feel stronger, and get back to your life. Learn more about Peace Health Orthopedics at peacehealth.org. That's peacehealth.org. Bo Schinkel will start off the bottom of the 6th inning for the Bellingham Bells. Trail the Edmonton Riverhawks 3-1 into the bottom of 6. Still the starter, Jack McIntosh, out there dealing for the Riverhawks, who has put together a really good start. Could be a quality start should he get through this 6th inning with less than 3 runs given up against him. And it's a awesome outing for him because he entered this with a 9 ERA through 13 innings, allowing 16 runs on 19 hits and 11 walks, and he's limited the damage to just 1 run on his 5 hits. No walks for him so far as he works against Bo Schinkel, who tagged him for a single in the 3rd. Schinkel will loft this one out to right field for Middle Miss. This one carrying and off the top of the wall. Middle Miss, the throw into second as Schinkel slides in safely for a leadoff double. Center fielder continues to rake for Bellingham as he racks up the double. Number 4 for Schinkel in the doubles category. Just about 3 feet away from his first home run, as it was 346 feet right out to the 350 mark here at Joe Martin Field out in right center field. A 94-mile-an-hour exit velo there and a 23 launch from Schinkel to bring the tying run to the plate. And Noah Cassie had this same situation going for him with Schinkel at second, Cassie at the plate in last night's 9th inning, although it was the go-ahead run at second. Now it is just the tying run at home for Cassie. Still try to deliver a big swing for his first hit of the night. He's 0 of 1, or 0 of 2, excuse me, with the run batted in his last time up on the fielder's choice he hit into with the bases loaded. Strike 1 against him as we travel the 3rd time through the order against McIntosh. Cassie a foul tip for strike 2, and he's down 0-2. 0-2. Nearly strike three, just barely a miss there from the right-hander. Cassie working on a mini hitting streak for him. 6 straight games that he's played in, he's recorded a hit, with half of those games being extra hits. Multiple hit games in 3 of the 6 during the tiny streak. Try and get his first tonight with a man at second, but he's down in the count 1-2. The pitch in to Cassie, fouled away. His longest hitting streak of the summer was an 8-game stretch from June 25th to July 3rd. Stretching across the Edmonton series up at Remax Field. Cassie was on that hot streak. 1-2. Cassie up the middle for a base knock. Schinkel was looking at it. He will be waved home, though, as the center fielder Heffler goes to second to hold Cassie to the RBI single that gets Bellingham 1 run closer. So Cassie has now driven in both of the Bells' runs. Bells trail by 1 as the Riverhawks will take a mound visit. Cassie shoots that one up the middle, 101 miles an hour off the right-hander's bat. And that extends that hitting streak I mentioned to 7 games for Cassie, with Nate Johnson coming up. Johnson is 0 for 2 so far in the game. Strikeout and a ground out when facing McIntosh, who now has allowed 7 hits. Bo Schinkel tagged the starter for the double to start off the 6th and scores on the single from Cassie. All coming with no outs, so a good chance to have a big inning here for the Bells to try and tie or take the lead over the Riverhawks, who right now have controlled this game number 2, leading it 3-2 so far. Bells with a run in the 3rd and 6th innings now. All 3 for the Riverhawks coming in the 3-run homer back in the 3rd. The lead now down to 1 for Edmonton as Nate Johnson at the plate takes ball 1. A miss at 90 miles an hour wide from McIntosh, who still has his velocity deep into this start. 61 pitches into it. Edmonton does have 2 arms warming in their bullpen here with a 1-run lead, should this thing get out of control in the 6th. Ball and a strike on Johnson. Man at first. The tying run on base. The go-ahead run at the plate for Bellingham in the 6th as it turns 2-1 off another miss from the Edmonton starter. Johnson looking for his first hit of the night. Bells have 7 of them, out-hitting the Riverhawks 7-6. Swing and a miss from Johnson. Popped out of the glove of Green. 2 balls and 2 strikes on the Tulane corner infielder, who's at first base in this one. Two. Johnson out to right, well struck. That in for another single. Cassie up to second. And now the go-ahead run on base. Back-to-back 101 exit velos for the Bells batters. Cassie and Johnson putting runners at first and second for the big slugger, Matt Churchill. Riverhawks will not test their luck against Matt Churchill. The Bells leader in RBI as they go to their bullpen in the bottom of the 6th. No outs recorded in the 6th for the starter McIntosh, who exits with a 1-run lead as Edmonton goes to their bullpen.
Washington homeowners are saving thousands of dollars on their energy bill by upgrading their home. And the best part is, CNGC is giving back even more money when you switch to a more efficient alternative. So you can enjoy increased property value, a higher quality of life with better appliances, and greater comfort for your family. Scan this QR code or go to cngc.com and save money on your energy bill.
Have you had a fall, sprain, or break? Skip the emergency room and go straight to the experts, Proliance Pacific Rim orthopedic surgeons. With walk-in, same-day orthopedic care, you won't have to wait for the treatment you need. And to better serve our community, we've extended our walk-in clinic hours, 1 to 8 p.m. Monday through Friday and 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Saturdays. Proliance Pacific Rim orthopedic surgeons.
Puget Sound Energy is thrilled to team up with the Bellingham Bells for Community Wednesdays this season. Every Wednesday home game at Joe Martin Field, PSC and the Bells will celebrate a featured Whatcom County nonprofit with a $2,000 donation. Come out to the ballpark to cheer on the Bells while supporting these amazing organizations that make our community stronger. Together, we're building a better Whatcom County. See you at the field. Go Bells. So the new arm, Nathan Burke, in for the Riverhawks with 2 runners on. The tying run in scoring position for Bellingham. 1 run already in the 6th, pulling the starter Jack McIntosh out of his start after he can't record an out in the 6th inning, allowing 3 straight hits. And Matt Churchill will bat with the tying and go-ahead runs on base for Bellingham. Churchill, the home run last night, is 6th of the season as the Submariner Nathan Burke throws ball 1. Churchill, the team leader in RBI with 34. Today, 1 for 2 with a single and a flyout. Faces the Olympic College right-hander, Nathan Burke. Low and inside for ball 2, so 2 straight misses. First man out the pen for the Riverhawks, and Burke has got to be the fireman here for Edmonton with 2 runners on, inheriting them with no outs here in this 6th inning. Big chance for Bellingham trying to flip the scoreboard. So far, Burke yet to see the strike zone. 3 straight misses, that one wide. And not the ideal start here for him. (3-0). Churchill taking all the way. That's a strike high. First innings pitched for Burke as a Riverhawk during this summer. Three and 1. Churchill, the inside, ball 4, and the bases are loaded with no outs. The starter, McIntosh, did not allow a free pass, and Burke walks his first that he faces. Dominic Keebon and his late-season heroics last year helped the Bells win a West Coast League championship, delivering the walk-off hit in Game 3 of the opening round against the Wenatchee Apple Sox, scoring Blake Baltz from second base on one of the greatest slides at home plate that you will see. A swim move from Baltz sending the Bells to the 2nd round, where they eventually tackled down the Edmonton Riverhawks, and the Riverhawks experienced Dominic Keebon's tear as Keebon hit .500 throughout the 5 playoff games that the Bells played in. Keebon sending in 5 home runs during the postseason run, at 8 on the season in 20 games last year. Here batting with the bases loaded and taking 1-1 on a miss. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Burke has been all over the place with his zone. That one was a favorable call for the Submariner, who, with that difficult delivery, makes it a tough look on the hitters and even the umpire trying to track where that ball is headed for the strike zone. That one outside for ball 2. So Cassie is the tying run at third. Nate Johnson, the go-ahead run at second, with Matt Churchill at first. Bases loaded for the second time in the game for Bellingham. They did this in the third, only got one run in. Whoa, way wild on that one to the backstop, but no need for Bellingham to get aggressive on the base paths with ball 3. And you've seen that Burke so far has been wild. Just stay put and keep on maybe even just taking here all the way into 3-1 in hopes that Burke just walks in the tying run. Three and one. The pitch to Keybon. Inside for ball 4. Back-to-back walks. And it's a bases-loaded walk for Keybon that ties the game at 3. Cassie in to score. Tyler Peschke will bat now with the bases loaded. And Edmonton might not even take their chances. No, they won't. There is no minimum batter face requirement in the West Coast League following collegiate rules. Nathan Burke allows back-to-back walks and will be pulled without recording an out here in the 6th. Bases still loaded. Riverhawks panicking as they go to their bullpen again.
Need a break from everything? Escape to a place where anything is possible and the fun never stops. At Silver Reef Casino Resort, you'll discover world-class dining, championship caliber golf, a full sports book and bar, over 1,000 top-rated slots and table games, and so much more. Come join the fun and see why we've been consistently rated one of the region's top destinations. Visit silverreefcasino.com to book your stay and discover all the exciting events and promotions we have in store for you. Silver Reef Casino Resort, located off I-5, exit 260.
At Judd & Black, great value comes with expert assistance. We're your hometown appliance store where you can expect top-notch service and a wide selection of quality brands.
When you walk into a Judd & Black showroom, you can expect to see a very friendly face that's ready to help and figure out what you need.
Enjoy a shopping experience big box stores can't offer. Talk to an appliance expert at your hometown appliance store for over 85 years. Judd & Black.
When pain or injury slows you down, Peace Health Orthopedics, Sports Medicine, Foot and Ankle, and Trauma Services are here to help. Our experienced orthopedic team cares for bones, joints, and muscles, offering personalized treatment and same-day appointments. From everyday aches to unexpected injuries and joint replacement, Peace Health helps you move better, feel stronger, and get back to your life. Learn more about Peace Health Orthopedics at peacehealth.org. That's peacehealth.org. Edmonton is on their heels in the bottom of the 6th. 2 runs are in to score for Bellingham to tie us at 3 apiece. Nathan Burke, 2 batters faced, 2 walks, one of them with the bases loaded to allow a run to score. And now Tyler Peschke bats here, bases juiced up against Logan Colville, the right-hander. First one high and inside, a ball to Peschke. Jack McIntosh, the starter, couldn't get an out, allowed 3 straight hits. Nathan Burke in relief, couldn't get an out, allowed 2 back-to-back walks, and now it's the 3rd pitcher in the inning for Edmonton trying to clean up the mess. Bases loaded in a tie game for Tyler Peschke taking strike 1. Colville out of Edmonton Collegiate. Huge chance for Bellingham to take their first lead of the night. 1-1. Breaking pitch. Peschke thought about going. It dropped low for strike 2 on something the third baseman disagreed with, as did some of the Bellingham Bells fans here at Joe Martin Field on this Tuesday night. Good crowd on hand, as it always is on Tuesdays at the park. Ball and 2 strikes on Peschke. No outs in the inning. The breaking pitch away. Runner going to try for home, and that's for good reason. The wild pitch scoring Nate Johnson to give Bellingham a 4-3 lead. Every base runner gets a free 90 feet on the wild pitch. Churchill now at 3rd. Behind him, Keybon at 2nd. Peschke batting with the force out taken, or the double play taken away for Edmonton. Their infield will shift in against Peschke in the 2-ball, 2-strike count. Here's Colville's pitch. Breaking ball spoiled from Peschke. So with Johnson scoring, that finishes the line for Jack McIntosh. 4 earned runs against him. The next base runner that scores is credited to Nathan Burke's walk against Churchill in relief. The Riverhawks still without an out in the 6th. Foul tip into Green's glove, and that'll be a strikeout for Peschke. His second of the night, and he's 0 of 3. It's finally the first out gained, though, for the third pitcher to throw for the Riverhawks in the inning. 4-3 now, the Bellingham lead as KG Hattori, who is hot tonight, 2 straight hits in his trips to the plate. Bellingham looking for a big inning. 1 out, runners at second and third. Hattori taking strike 1. It's Keybon at second, Churchill at third. 4-3 the lead for the Bells. After strike 1, gets in there on the Bells' second baseman, Hattori. 0-1 with 1 out in the bottom of the 6th. 3 runs already in to score for Bellingham in the inning. Hattori puts it in play to left side. Munoz at third. No chance to advance the runners there as it's the second out. And Edmonton in a good spot to escape this with only a 1-run deficit. And from where it was looking, having 5 straight base runners reach, feels like if you can get out of this inning without it being a complete blow-up, you feel a little bit better. Obviously still a disappointment now trailing in the game. But put away Bryce Johnson here and leave 2 runners on base. It's just a 1-run game heading into the 7th. Bryce Johnson hit into a double play in his first at-bat. He's 0 of 2 with a strikeout. Strike 1 in there from Logan Colville. Swing and a miss, 0-2 on Bryce Johnson. One strikeout for Colville in relief. No balls and 2 strikes on Bellingham's right fielder. 2 in scoring position. Swing and a miss. Johnson chases. Drop third strike. Green collects it. His throw to first puts away Bryce Johnson on a strikeout. We go to the 7th. Bellingham flips the scoreboard. 4-3 now the lead, but it maybe could have been more. Bells, though, do have the lead heading into the 7th.
What's up, Bells fans? Dr. Mar here from Everstrong Therapy, the sports and performance physical therapists and rehab professionals right here in Bellingham. We are so proud to continue being the official training and rehab partner of the Bellingham Bells, making sure our boys are safe and moving their best throughout the season. So remember, when you're ready to rehab like a professional athlete, come see us at Everstrong and we'll see you soon. Thanks so much, stay Everstrong, and go Bells.
Bummer. This never happens at a convenient time, does it? It's always while you're hustling to meet a deadline or trying to enjoy the game. If only there were a way to outsource this and get back to what you were doing. Well, as a matter of fact, there is. Team Technology is local and employee-owned, balancing ease of access with security and compliance for the cloud and on-premise systems of small and large businesses alike. Connect with Team Technology and see how technology is easier with a team.
Puget Sound Energy is thrilled to team up with the Bellingham Bells for Community Wednesdays this season. Every Wednesday home game at Joe Martin Field, PSC and the Bells will celebrate a featured Whatcom County nonprofit with a $2,000 donation. Come out to the ballpark to cheer on the Bells while supporting these amazing organizations that make our community stronger. Together, we're building a better Whatcom County. See you at the field. Go Bells. Into our 7th inning at Joe Martin Field, and Bellingham has flipped things in this ball game. Entered the 6th inning trailing 3-1. They now lead it 4-3 following the 3-run 6th, but you can't help but think that it maybe could have been a little bit more for Bellingham, leaving 2 base runners on after you had all those runners on with no outs, and then 3 straight outs gained from Logan Colville, who you gotta give credit to getting those 3 outs in relief to keep Edmonton in the game close, just down by 1, and now the Riverhawks chase that 1 run with Munoz, Simonton, and Fox coming up in the 7th. Munoz to lead off. Speedy third baseman is 0 of 1, grounded out to third in his last plate appearance after laying down a sac bunt for his first appearance of the night. 1-0 on the foul ball from Munoz, as it's still MacArthur out there dealing for Bellingham. 3 innings pitched so far for the right-hander, only 1 base runner on a hit in the 6th that led it off, but a double play helped him face the minimum. It's 3 straight innings facing the minimum for MacArthur in relief. He's got 3 strikeouts. Foul ball from Munoz has MacArthur ahead in the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes. The Cypress College sophomore has impressed here in his first home appearance as a Bellingham Bell, a two-way guy out of the Cypress Chargers program. 19 at-bats for him this year, 5 2/3 innings of work. Munoz fouls away the 1-2 pitch. Ball and 2 strikes on Munoz, who leads off the 7th for Edmonton. They're down by 1 run. There's a swing and a miss from Munoz, down on strikes, and MacArthur has his 4th strikeout. Devin Simonton, bottom of the order hitter for the Riverhawks, coming to the plate for the 3rd time. Hard line out to right in his last trip up, ground out to 3rd in his first one at the plate. Representing the tying run for the Riverhawks. One out. The pitch is called for a low and inside strike. So it's an 0-1 start to Simonton's at bat, facing MacArthur inside. A miss that time. Simonton faced MacArthur in the 4th when he lined out to right, shooting it the other way for the right-handed batter. 1 ball and a strike. MacArthur's pitch with 1 out. Swing and a miss. Simonton lost the back foot and went downstairs to try and touch MacArthur's breaking ball for strike 2. One-two pitch hit back up the middle, and that just the second hit that MacArthur has allowed in relief. 1 out single in the 7th gets the Edmonton tying run on base for the top of the order, and go-ahead run coming up for the Riverhawks, Jackson Fox. Fox singled in his first at-bat, but has been retired in his last 2, striking out and popping up to first base as he faces MacArthur for the 2nd time. Simonton's hit in the 9th spot, the 7th of the game for the Riverhawks. Time being called. It looks like some debris flew out into center field, I think. Something back there. One out. Runner at first for the Riverhawks. Inside miss from MacArthur gets him started for ball 1. MacArthur initially out of Villa Park High School in California. Last 3 collegiate seasons with Cypress College. Fox pops up to right field. Bryce Johnson looking up into the Bellingham sky. Grabbing the first out as it falls down into his glove. And there's 2 outs in the 7th. Justin Heffler will try and give the Riverhawks their lead back after seeing it dwindle away with the 3 runs in the bottom of the 6th inning. Heffler 0 of 2 tonight with a strikeout and a ground out, reaching a hit by pitch, stole second and scored a run as part of the 3-run homer that Mitchell Middlemiss hit. The only runs for Edmonton so far in the game. Simonton at first with 2 outs for Heffler. The pitch is high and inside for ball 1 for MacArthur, who's looking to go through his 4th inning of relief here, keeping Edmonton scoreless since he took over in the 4th, following the 3 runs allowed from Seebeck. The right-hander's 1-0, swung on and missed for strike 1. Heffler in his first WCL season after playing 4 games in the California Collegiate League in 2025 with the Orange County Riptide. 1-1 count for him. The Riverhawks center fielder. Breaking pitch dropped in there for MacArthur. Strike 2. One ball and 2 strikes on the center fielder Heffler. MacArthur's 2-out pitch with a runner going. Churchill's throw down to second is high. Hattori leaped up to grab it, but couldn't apply a tag, and Simonton swipes second base to move into scoring position as the tying run for Edmonton in the top of the 7th. 52 RBI collegiately for Heffler at Grossmont College in 43 games. Batted .426 for them. Without a hit tonight. He's the go-ahead run, and he flies it out to left for Keybon. Left fielder only had to take a couple steps back to get in position for the 3rd out and strand that tying base runner on. We'll stretch. It's a 4-3 lead for your Bells entering the bottom of the 7th.
Washington homeowners are saving thousands of dollars on their energy bill by upgrading their home. And the best part is, CNGC is giving back even more money when you switch to a more efficient alternative. So you can enjoy increased property value, a higher quality of life with better appliances, and greater comfort for your family. Scan this QR code or go to cngc.com and save money on your energy bill.
Choose cooperative. Choose community. Bank with local industrial credit union. Proud Sunday savings sponsor of the Bellingham Bells. If you live, work, or attend school in Washington, you can join a credit union that puts people first. Local decisions, personalized service, and a real commitment to our community. Learn more at industrialcu.com. Federally insured by the NCUA. 7th inning stretch all finished up here at Joe Martin Field, and the Bells carry a 4-3 lead into the bottom of the 7th inning. A new arm, Owen Combs, takes over for Logan Colville, who came in as the 3rd pitcher in the 6th inning to throw for the Riverhawks. Didn't allow anything, struck out 2 batters and had 1 ground out to leave 2 runners on base. Now Rashad Hayes will bat next. Colville, no runs against him. All of them credited against Jack McIntosh. Was the one scorer on the wild pitch that allowed Nate Johnson to score. Cassie scored on the bases loaded walk. Boshinkle coming in to score as well in the inning. And the first pitch to Rashad Hayes in the bottom of the 7th is ball 1. One-run cushion as Combs out of Montana State Billings pitches here, the right-hander. 2 straight misses against his first batter. It's Bellingham's leadoff as the lineup card will function as it is supposed to here in the 7th inning. Hayes working on a 1 of 3 night so far. First strike in there from Combs. Inside pitch to Hayes. Combs, a product of Franklin High School. Came out of Portland. 2-1 to Hayes is strike 2. Started his career at Mount Hood Community College before joining Montana State Billings, where he spent his junior season and most recently his senior year there as well. That's the one upcoming in 2027 for him, though. This ground ball from Hayes is hit foul. 2 balls, 2 strikes still. 13 appearances for the Yellow Jackets this past year. ERA was .824 in 19 2/3, making 3 starts. Appearing out of the bullpen 10 times. Had 10 strikeouts to just, or he had 18 walks to just the 10 strikeouts is what I should say. Here against Rashad Hayes, looking for his first strikeout, but it's a foul ball. Combs so far just a 5.17 ERA for him, but has seen a lot of work out of the Edmonton bullpen. 31 and a third innings pitched. This is his 16th appearance of the summer. Trying to put away Rashad Hayes in a 2-2. As it is flown high out to left field, but Chop will have it with room for a deep fly out. Hayes a little bit too underneath that one. It's the first out in the bottom of the 7th. Though Schinkel working on a 2 of 3 night. Double and a run scored in the 6th when he led off that inning with that double. Sparked the 3-run rally for Bellingham to overtake the Riverhawks, now leading 4-3. Edmonton can't afford to really lose any games, although they do have the tiebreaker over Kelowna. The Falcons are leading the Port Angeles Lefties 2-0 in the top of the 6th. So with Kelowna, if they go on to win, and the Riverhawks go on to lose, Edmonton would be out of a playoff spot heading into the final day of the season, needing a Falcons loss and an Edmonton win tomorrow, should this score and Kelowna's score hold where it is. Kamloops leading Nanaimo 5-1 in the bottom of the 7th, so it looks like Night Owls aren't going to gain any ground in their 3 seed. 3 balls and no strikes after that miss to Bo Schinkel. Ridgefield and Corvallis tied 6 runs each in the bottom of the 5th inning. Marion took a 6-2 win over Walla Walla. So I believe that means that, as Bo Schinkel takes the walk, with Walla Walla losing, a Corvallis win tonight would clinch them as the 2 seed, winning the second half. Walla falling to 16-10 in the second half. Be pretty interesting because the Sweets are 31-22, best record in the South Division, but would be without either half wins, so not the first half or second half. It's pretty interesting. Just speaks for how much the Corvallis Knights struggled in the first half, going below 500 as Cassie hits this ground ball to the shortstop Fox. He goes to Simonton at second for 2, and then to Gonzalez for 3, or 4-2, as a double play finishes off the 7th, scoreless for Bellingham, and we go to the 8th. It's 4-3, Edmonton trailing the Bellingham Bells.
Have you had a fall, sprain, or break? Skip the emergency room and go straight to the experts, Proliance Pacific Rim orthopedic surgeons. With walk-in, same-day orthopedic care, you won't have to wait for the treatment you need. And to better serve our community, we've extended our walk-in clinic hours, 1 to 8 p.m. Monday through Friday and 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Saturdays. Proliance Pacific Rim orthopedic surgeons.
Puget Sound Energy is thrilled to team up with the Bellingham Bells for Community Wednesdays this season. Every Wednesday home game at Joe Martin Field, PSC and the Bells will celebrate a featured Whatcom County nonprofit with a $2,000 donation. Come out to the ballpark to cheer on the Bells while supporting these amazing organizations that make our community stronger. Together, we're building a better Whatcom County. See you at the field. Go Bells. So the Bells have made a pitching change as we enter the final 2 frames of tonight's Tuesday night West Coast League ball game between your Bellingham Bells and the visiting Edmonton Riverhawks. I'm Zen Hill, and welcome to another dramatic finish potentially. Last night had all the theatrics of a 4-4 tie entering the 9th. It was the Riverhawks edging the Bells by 1 run in that final inning to get it done. Could we see a similar storyline tonight? Ben McKinnon in relief will try and keep the Bells up by 1 as he will take over on the hill for Joffrey MacArthur. who pitches 4 innings of relief, not allowing a run. Only 2 base hits against him. Those were the only base runners he allowed, as he didn't walk anyone and had 4 strikeouts. In line for a victory should Bellingham remain in front of Edmonton. But it'll be Jason Green leading things off, trying to prevent the Bells from winning this game number 2. And the first pitch in on Green, strike 1, 94 from McKinnon, as it was outside and good for strike 1. McKinnon entering his 6th appearance of the year, sporting a .257 ERA with the Bells. There's a swing and a miss from Green to get him down 0-2. 9 strikeouts in the 7 innings for McKinnon. 7 hits, 3 walks allowed for 3 runs, 2 of them earned. That one bounced in the dirt. A miss from McKinnon for ball 1 as it slipped out of the hand from the right-hander. McKinnon, 2 saves on the year. See if maybe it's a try for him to go for a 6-out save here if there's another man to follow. Green chases upstairs, though, and McKinnon will have his first strikeout at 94 up there to start off the 8th inning. So he gets the strikeout to start his relief appearance. And Gonzalez will pitch next. McKinnon earned the save in a 7-5 win for the Bells on August 1st over the Victoria Harbor Cats during this homestand. Pitching in Game 2 of that series and back out for Game 2 of this series against the Riverhawks. Looking for potentially save number 3 in the year for him, although he'd have to go 2 innings instead of the one he just pitched most recently facing the Harbor Cats. After striking out his first batter, ahead 0-1 on Gonzalez. Inside strike for an 0-2. Omar Gonzalez at the plate, 0 of 3 tonight, struck out in his most recent at-bat. McKinnon already with 1 strikeout here in the inning. Doesn't get the chase low for ball 1. Gonzalez sitting all over that one. One and 2 from McKinnon. Swing and a miss. Back-to-back Ks to start the 8th for the right-hander. Coming to Bellingham out of Bossier Parish Community College for his 3rd stint as a Bell. 2025 pitched in 3 games. 2024 made 1 appearance for us. And Middlemiss will bat. He's responsible for all 3 of the runs that Edmonton has tonight. His 3-run homer in the 3rd, the only runs that the Riverhawks have scored. And now with 2 outs, McKinnon home to Middlemiss, who swings through strike 1. Also had a rocket of a single in the 6th inning for his 2 hits in the game. But down to the count 0-1 facing McKinnon in the 8th. The 2-out fastball called for strike 2, 95 from McKinnon. The cheese working nicely for this right-hander. Can he get another one? 0-2. Laid off as Middlemiss lets the breaking pitch move away from the strike zone for ball 1. This at-bat following the same script as the first 2. McKinnon trying to cap it the same way. Nearly strike 3. That breaking pitch just low. 6'3" Middlemiss at the plate. Below the knees, and 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Back-to-back Ks to start the 8th. McKinnon dealing quickly for the fastball, swing and a miss. He strikes out the side in the 8th inning and keeps Bellingham in front 4-3 into the bottom of the frame. What an electric outing for McKinnon in the 8th inning.
Need a break from everything? Escape to a place where anything is possible and the fun never stops. At Silver Reef Casino Resort, you'll discover world-class dining, championship caliber golf, a full sports book and bar, over 1,000 top-rated slots and table games, and so much more. Come join the fun and see why we've been consistently rated one of the region's top destinations. Visit silverreefcasino.com to book your stay and discover all the exciting events and promotions we have in store for you. Silver Reef Casino Resort, located off I-5, exit 260.
At Judd & Black, great value comes with expert assistance. We're your hometown appliance store, where you can expect top-notch service and a wide selection of quality brands.
When you walk into a Judd & Black showroom, you can expect to see a very friendly face that's ready to help and figure out what you need.
Enjoy a shopping experience big box stores can't offer. Talk to an appliance expert at your hometown appliance store for over 85 years. Judd & Black.
When pain or injury slows you down, Peace Health Orthopedics, Sports Medicine, Foot and Ankle, and Trauma Services are here to help. Our experienced orthopedic team cares for bones, joints, and muscles, offering personalized treatment and same-day appointments. From everyday aches to unexpected injuries and joint replacement, Peace Health helps you move better, feel stronger, and get back to your life. Learn more about Peace Health Orthopedics at peacehealth.org. That's peacehealth.org. Bottom of the 8th inning, Bellingham leading Edmonton 4-3 in what feels like must-win games for the Riverhawks. They've got to keep this at a one-run difference, and the man to try and do that will be Trey Nance, the right-hander from Everett Community College, to pitch for the 8th inning. After a strikeout of the side in the 8th by Ben McKinnon, dealing his 95-mile-an-hour fastball and getting all 3 swings and misses for strike 3. Sends us to the bottom of the 8th. Bellingham looking for some insurance before the 9th. It's Nate Johnson will lead it off for Bellingham in the bottom of the 8th. And against the new pitcher, Nate Johnson taking the first one for strike 1. 85 low and inside to the Bell's first baseman. Johnson tonight 1 for 3. High fly ball out to right field from Johnson, but hooking foul and just out of the reach of Middlemiss on the right of your screen in right field. Strike 2 on him. So Nance relieves Owen Combs, who tosses the 7th scoreless, allowing just 1 walk, having the double play to help him face just 3 batters. 0-2 on Nate Johnson in the bottom of the 8th as the leadoff man for Bellingham in this inning. Nance is 0-2, misses wide. Nance is the 5th arm to throw tonight for the Riverhawks, following a 5-inning start from Jack McIntosh. Johnson takes strike 3, and he goes down looking as the first out in the 8th. Nathan Burke couldn't record an out against his 2 batters faced in the 6th, so Logan Colville had to finish that inning, getting all 3 outs in there. In the 7th, it was Owen Combs, and now in the 8th, it's Trey Nance. Right-hander starts his relief appearance off with a strikeout of Nate Johnson, and now will face Matt Churchill, who is 1 for 2 with a walk. Churchill trying at the first one and getting behind 0-1 after he couldn't make contact. Nance so far has been lights out for the Riverhawks. Just a 1.82 ERA in 39 2/3 innings entering this relief appearance. Churchill chasing strike 2. On a swing and a miss. 34 Ks in that time for Nance. This is relief appearance number 13 for him. Churchill down on strikes. Same result as Nate Johnson, and it's back-to-back Ks to start off the 8th. So it's looking like Nance is trying to match Ben McKinnon's top half of the 8th inning. A strike out of the side for Bellingham's right-handed arm. Nance got a chance to do that himself, although it's a tough contact batter coming to the plate in Dominic Keybon. Nance has been used 4 times as a starter for Edmonton, but coming out of the pen for his 9th relief appearance. 4-1 record for him with 1 save. Trying to keep it at a 1-run game. So far, 2 straight misses to Keybon to start it off 2-0. Has let up 8 walks, 27 hits. Just a 193 batting average against him. For the 8 earned runs he's allowed, 10 total runs. Keybon swings and foul tips strike 1. 90-mile-an-hour fastball in from the new right-hander, Trey Nance. 2-1. High and away for ball 3 to Keybon. He walked in his last plate appearance with the bases loaded, earning him an RBI. 0-2, though, on the night. The 3-1 to him. Swing and a miss, and now a full count. Saw Ben McKinnon go 1-2-3 against the Riverhawks, all strikeouts. They were strikeouts swinging. Did have the looking strikeout against Nate Johnson. Here's the 3-2. Swing and a miss from Keybon, and Nance matches the perfect 8th inning with 3 straight punch-outs to send us into the 9th. Riverhawks down to their last 3 outs here in a 4-3 lead for the Bells.
What's up, Bells fans? Dr. Amar here from Everstrong Therapy, the sports and performance physical therapists and rehab professionals right here in Bellingham. We are so proud to continue being the official training and rehab partner of the Bellingham Bells, making sure our boys are safe and moving their best throughout the season. So remember, when you're ready to rehab like a professional athlete, come see us at Everstrong, and we'll see you soon. Thanks so much, stay Everstrong, and go Bells.
Bummer. This never happens at a convenient time, does it? It's always while you're hustling to meet a deadline or trying to enjoy the game. If only there were a way to outsource this and get back to what you were doing. Well, as a matter of fact, there is. Team Technology is local and employee-owned, balancing ease of access with security and compliance for the cloud and on-premise systems of small and large businesses alike. Connect with Team Technology and see how technology is easier with a team.
Choose cooperative. Choose community. Bank with local industrial credit union. Proud Sunday savings sponsor of the Bellingham Bells. If you live, work, or attend school in Washington, you can join a credit union that puts people first. Local decisions, personalized service, and a real commitment to our community. Learn more at industrialcu.com. Federally insured by the NCUA. So this is it, 9th inning for the Riverhawks, down to their last 3 outs, trailing by 1 run. And if they want to try and extend the ball game, they've got to do it against Ben McKinnon, who struck out the side in the 8th. Easton Andrews, the DH, starts the 9th, swinging and missing at the first pitch from Ben McKinnon. The Bossier Parish right-hander dealing gas out of Bellingham's bullpen so far tonight. Can he get 3 more outs? That low miss to Andrews will be ball 1. Andrews, Chop, Munoz. Potentially the last 3 to try for the Riverhawks. Looking for 1 or more. Strike 2 dotted in from McKinnon on the fastball. Riverhawks had the 9th inning run last night to take a 5-4 victory. They trail by 1, 4-3 right now. 1-2 nearly hit Andrews inside for ball 2. 31 strikeouts for McKinnon collegiately in 25 2/3 innings pitched. That was this past year, his sophomore campaign. 2-2. Hit well out to right, but foul. All over that breaking pitch. So McKinnon will analyze that swing. Him and Churchill will decide what the next pitch is to try and retire the leadoff DH for Edmonton. Here is the 2-2. Fastball high, a miss, and a full count. The throwback to McKinnon actually escaped out into center field. They wanted a new baseball anyways, but Bo Schinkel had to trot in to clear it out of center field. And now McKinnon comes home with the 3-2. Andrews off the inside of his bat, slices it up the middle. Hayes at short, a throw to first, gets him in time. Hayes ranging to his left. The Bellingham shortstop gaining the first out in the 6th. Bell's a third of the way there. And the Riverhawks looking like they might make a change instead of it being Chop. Maybe seeing, yeah, it is going to be Luke Kroll. So Kroll going to pinch hit for Chop. Pinch hitter here in the 9th. As Edmonton tries their luck with a bench bat. Chop had gone 1 of 3, last hit into a double play. Kroll, though, is the batting average leader for the Riverhawks at a .406. That's across just 32 at-bats, though. This will be his 16th appearance as a Riverhawk on the summer. 13 knocks for him on the year. Only 5 strikeouts at the plate as well. McKinnon dealing in ball 1 into the new right-handed batter as we get a look at Luke Kroll for the first time in this series. Up and in from McKinnon at 94, 2 straight misses. Kroll out of the College of St. Scholastica. Just 20 at-bats this year. Had 9 hits in that time. Also pitched 15 innings. As he looks at strike 1 down the middle from McKinnon, 2-1. Riverhawks down to their last 2 outs, chasing 1 run. Kroll does not have a homer as a Riverhawk yet. Right now, ahead in the count, 3-1. Tying run at the plate for Edmonton. McKinnon yet to allow a base runner through his first 4 faced. Right now, behind in the count, 3-1. Here's the right-hander's pitch with 1 out. It's ball 4, and the pinch hitter is placed at first with the walk. Adam Munoz will not be pinch hit for, but instead will bat here. Actually, hold on. It's going to be a pinch runner coming in for Kroll. So that tying run, they want a different runner on base for. It looks like Simon Virostek is going to take over at first. So the pinch runner, Virostek at first. He's the tying run. 1 out. And Adam Munoz is the go-ahead run for the Riverhawks in the 9th. McKinnon's 1-out pitch to the third baseman is a miss. One and 0. Shot out to center field. Schinkel hustling back for it. And he's got the catch for the 2nd out. A fly ball to center field puts 2 down in the inning. And McKinnon is an out away from another save as a Bell. Most recently just picked up one against Victoria. Was his 2nd of the year. This could be number 3. Riverhawks down to their final out here in Game 2. Batting here is Simonton as McKinnon did not get strike 1 low on a miss. Simonton at the plate taking that one for a called strike. 93 miles an hour from McKinnon. 1 ball and 1 strike with the tying run at first for Edmonton and a 4-3 lead for Bellingham. Here's McKinnon's pitch. Swing and a miss from Simonton. Riverhawks down to their last strike in what feels like must-win games. Edmonton could potentially be on the outside of a playoff spot if they lose tonight. Obviously still have tomorrow's 6:35 game to try and play their way back into it. McKinnon's 1-2. It's called for strike 3, and Simonton goes down looking. And the Bells take the 4-3 win. Almost in the same way that Bellingham lost it last night, the Riverhawks lose it tonight with a strikeout looking to finish the game. Edmonton falls 4-3. As McKinnon, a 6-out save, only 1 base runner allowed across it, as he collects his 3rd save of the season. And Bellingham earns the win. 4 punch-outs for McKinnon in relief with only the 1 walk allowed to cap off the victory. Oh, a close one down to the wire, and it now sets up a rubber game tomorrow. 6:35, Bells and Riverhawks will be back here in Bellingham for their head-to-head matchup to determine the series and potentially to determine the Riverhawks' playoff chances. We'll go into all the live scores around the WCL and look at the Riverhawks postseason outlook when we return on the postgame show. It's a Bells 4-3 victory tonight.
Have you had a fall, sprain, or break? Skip the emergency room and go straight to the experts, Proliance Pacific Rim orthopedic surgeons. With walk-in, same-day orthopedic care, you won't have to wait for the treatment you need. And to better serve our community, we've extended our walk-in clinic hours, 1 to 8 p.m. Monday through Friday and 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Saturdays. Proliance Pacific Rim orthopedic surgeons.
Need a break from everything? Escape to a place where anything is possible and the fun never stops. At Silver Reef Casino Resort, you'll discover world-class dining, championship caliber golf, a full sports book and bar, over 1,000 top-rated slots and table games, and so much more. Come join the fun and see why we've been consistently rated one of the region's top destinations. Visit silverreefcasino.com to book your stay and discover all the exciting events and promotions we have in store for you. Silver Reef Casino Resort, located off I-5, exit 260.
At Judd & Black, great value comes with expert assistance. We're your hometown appliance store where you can expect top-notch service and a wide selection of quality brands.
When you walk into a Judd & Black showroom, you can expect to see a very friendly face that's ready to help and figure out what you need.
Enjoy a shopping experience big box stores can't offer. Talk to an appliance expert at your hometown appliance store for over 85 years. Judd & Black.
What's up, Bells fans? Dr. Amar here from Everstrong Therapy, the sports and performance physical therapists and rehab professionals right here in Bellingham. We are so proud to continue being the official training and rehab partner of the Bellingham Bells, making sure our boys are safe and moving their best throughout the season. So remember, when you're ready to rehab like a professional athlete, come see us at Everstrong and we'll see you soon. Thanks so much, stay Everstrong, and go Bells.
Bummer. This never happens at a convenient time, does it? It's always while you're hustling to meet a deadline or trying to enjoy the game. If only there were a way to outsource this and get back to what you were doing. Well, as a matter of fact, there is. Team Technology is local and employee-owned, balancing ease of access with security and compliance for the cloud and on-premise systems of small and large businesses alike. Connect with Team Technology and see how technology is easier with a team.
Washington homeowners are saving thousands of dollars on their energy bill by upgrading their home. And the best part is, CNGC is giving back even more money when you switch to a more efficient alternative. So you can enjoy increased property value,
a higher quality of life with better appliances,
and greater comfort for your family. Scan this QR code or go to cngc.com and save money on your energy bill.
Your post-game after a 4-3 Bells win over the Edmonton Riverhawks. The Riverhawks drop a much-needed game here in Bellingham when it comes to playoff odds. They were basically controlling their own destiny, and the loss tonight not doing them any help. 7 hits on the night for Edmonton. The biggest one, Mitchell Minimus with his 3-run homer. The only runs for Edmonton coming on that 3-run bomb in the third. Middlemiss 2 for 4 on the night with his 3 RBI and a run scored. Edmonton 7 hits as a team. The loss tagged against Jack McIntosh. 5 innings pitched. He went into the 6th, allowing 3 straight hits, and then all those runners scored against him for 4 total runs to earn his second loss. Struck out 4 and didn't walk 1, allowing 8 hits. 8 hits. And the Bells did not have a hit aside from against the starter McIntosh. So the bullpen of Nathan Burke, Logan Colville, Owen Combs, and Trey Nance all not allowing a hit from there on out. That's impressive, but offense could not come back around. Bellingham's offense, though, 2 RBI from Noah Cassian, a 1 of 4 night with a run scored. Bo Schinkel going 2 of 3 with a run scored. Rashad Hayes was 1 for 4. Nate Johnson 1 of 4 as well with a run. KG Hattori picking up a pair of knocks with a run scored, and Matt Churchill going 1 of 3 as the Bells totaled 8 hits on offense. The playoff situation, winning pitcher tonight, Geoffrey MacArthur, 4 innings of relief, earns his first win of the summer, striking out 4, not allowing a single walk and giving up 2 hits. Your Terry Stash State Farm player of the game is Ben McKinnon. Struck out the side in the 8th, got 1 strikeout to cap the win in the 9th, only the 1 walk as the lone base runner allowed. So the scores right now in the WCL, following the Edmonton loss, have the Falcons up against Port Angeles. It's a 2-0 lead for Kelowna in the bottom of the 7th. Nanaimo, though, down 5-1 in the bottom of the 9th, so they would need some rally magic. They're down to their last out right now, so it looks like Kamloops probably going to take that game, which would put Nanaimo and Kelowna at a tied record, sitting at 29 and 24. Those 2 teams are going to be in the playoffs after tonight. Edmonton is out. They're on the outside looking in, but they're not out of it entirely. It just is a really difficult Wednesday for them tomorrow because Edmonton, obviously they need the win. They have the tiebreaker over Nanaimo and Kelowna, so they just need either one of those 2 teams to lose. They need Nanaimo either to lose to Kamloops tomorrow or Kelowna to lose to Port Angeles. Those 2 teams, if they win, they're in. Edmonton needs to win and have one of them lose because they have the head-to-head tiebreaker over Kelowna and they have the secondary tiebreaker over Nanaimo. So Edmonton's still in a possible playoff spot. But it's difficult after tonight's loss for them for sure. And the Bells could just knock them out tomorrow with a win. If Bellingham wins tomorrow, Edmonton's out. Doesn't matter. We're going to have Kelowna and Nanaimo in the postseason along with Wenatchee and Bellingham. In the South Division, Marion beat Walla Walla, so with the Corvallis Knights up 7-6 over Ridgefield. If the Knights hang on, right now top of the 7th out in Ridgefield. If the Knights hang on, they win the second half. Portland Pickles up 9-0 over the Yakima Valley Pippins in the bottom of the 6th. The Bend Elks trailing the Springfield Drifters as the Drifters at home lead at 7-3. That game not mattering, though, to the postseason. As the South Division already has all 4 of its teams locked up. Walla Walla, Corvallis, Ridgefield, and Portland all headed to the postseason. The North, though, it's going to be a fun Wednesday night for the WCL. 2 spots still up in the air in the North and 3 teams in the mix for them. Right now it's Kelowna and Nanaimo in the playoffs with Edmonton after the loss tonight on the outside looking in. A 4-3 win for Bellingham tonight. We'll see how things shape up tomorrow. It starts at 6:35. We'll see you here back on the Bells YouTube channel. Thanks for tuning in for another night of baseball. I'm Zen Hill, and as always, have a good night and go Bells.